Hello and welcome to One Stop Co-op Shop Streamed, your one stop for co-op news and playthroughs. And today we are playing through, what else? It's Friday. It's Marvel Champions Friday. But I got a special guest with me, Brandt from Welcome to the Portal. I always get that wrong. I don't know why.
It's all good. Step into the portal because we have a physical store.
That's right.
You can step into it.
And where's your store located at for those who might be local to you?
Yeah, it's in Manchester, Connecticut. It's probably easier to say Hartford, Connecticut, because Hartford's like exactly in between New York City and Boston.
Now, is that the store that Eric Summer goes to?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. I thought I'd heard him mention your store before.
Yep. Yeah, he plays in our game group now. It's funny because Connecticut's so tiny, but he moved across the state. He's much closer to us now, so.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Well, tonight we want to show off one of your decks. Last week, or I guess 2 weeks ago, we were showing off one of Steve from Beat the Games decks. And this week we want to show off one of your favorite decks against one of your favorite heroes, which I got to be honest, I hate Ultron. He is like, from day one when he came out, because I find that he always takes the cards that I want and turns them into stupid drones. And I just get angry at him for that. I'm like, no, I wanted that card.
Yeah. Yeah, I think to me it's like the perfect random element put into an otherwise, mechanical puzzle. Like, that's where randomness to me is used so well, because he's not so overbearing that you can't overcome him taking your cards.
Right.
But you've got to figure out a way around, like, ooh, what would I do if I had one hand tied behind my back? Like, how would I do this? But he's not hitting you for 12 damage while taking away your cards, in which case, you just don't have a shot.
I don't know. Those drones get pretty nasty at some point, though, so.
I'm going to take them out. I'm going to murder each and every one of them.
Yeah, so you got a murderating drone deck here, and I've got a protection. So I'm trying to show off Venom, different aspects, and today I want to show off protection, because I think he can do some things in protection, not just protect, right? Yeah. So I want to show off a little bit of that today.
Yeah, I think Venom's best aspect is protection, personally.
Yeah, because he can unexhaust and then still do his stuff, right? He can, he defends for what, 5?
Yeah, well, with armored vest, yeah.
With armored vest and with his 2 guns, he defends for 5, and then he can kind of do whatever other stuff he wants to do. I got 2 behind enemy lines and a running gun on my first hand. I mean, that's okay. I don't need behind enemy lines at this point. So I'm just going to discard all that stuff, I think.
I think you got to put a card as a drone, right?
Don't you do that after you mulligan and all that? What's the order?
I guess I always thought it was first.
I don't know the answer to that. That might be right. Actually, we could look. Setup's in the rules here. If anybody has an answer in the chat, please let me know. Sorry, I just want to make sure. Yep, that's all correct. All right, let's see. Setup. Because there is a specific order. And as we know, this is a live stream, so we can get things wrong. It is very easy to do, in fact, especially while you're talking and doing all this other stuff. I love how there's like an entire page on you and your now. Like, who would have thought for a rule book there would literally be an entire page for you and your. Okay, so setup. So you create the encounter deck, resolve scheme setup, any setup instructions on 1A of the main scheme, and then when revealed, you are right. I should have done that first. Well, shoot, that means Nova would have been my thing. Now it's going to be like my gun, my multi-gun, probably.
Ooh, there's your gun.
Well, it's not my multi-gun. Good news. All right, wow. I got my pistol. I got my multi-gun. It looks like I might get my other pistol because I get to keep drawing until I get something. There goes spider senses. There goes unflappable. That's okay. That's okay. Bottom line is I'm going to be shuffling it up much quicker. Shoot, I might go through my whole deck. I wonder if that happens during setup. I guess I'd draw an encounter card, right? Wouldn't that be interesting? Alright, so I got some stuff. Unfortunately, I got like all the stuff on turn 1. I got both of my pistols. I got my multi-gun. I got a hard to ignore. I got an energy barrier. I want all of these things. Yeah. So you want to go first?
I think that multi-gun has got to be the priority.
Dropping pistols? I don't know.
I was thinking the
opposite. I was thinking I put the pistols and hard to ignore out turn 1, and just save the multi-gun for turn 2, right?
You could do that. I think its multi-gun is. I mean, in this one with all the drones, you could just mow them down. But either way.
Yeah. Well, no, I thought you wanted drones. Come on, man. Don't let me down, Rocket. I thought you were taking care of all that for me.
Well, I will at some point once I get my rocket launcher.
I got you. Well, I'll let you do first player. You got Hulk. You're fine. Hulk smash.
I'm good. All right. Is it me first?
It's you first. Let's do it.
I'm going to do my little cycle thing here, and I'm going to play my battery pack, and then I'm going to tinker it so I don't need to put tokens on it.
Oh, there you go. Draw 2.
Draw 2 more cards just to see what else I get. There we go. So then I will flip, and I'm going to play... Ooh, do I want to play Angela? Sure. I'll play Angela, so I've got to search the top 10 cards of the deck. So that's you, because I don't know how to do that on here.
I'm just going to put him up. Because it shuffles afterward, right?
Yeah. So I'm looking for a minion.
Which we haven't had
yet. We got
yet.
Badoons in here, right?
We do have Badoons in here.
Wow, we going to get nothing?
There we go. Oh, great. You got a Warlord. No choice.
No worries. All right. So we will take that Warlord, and then we'll drop Bring It. That draws us 2 cards.
So what's Bring It? Let me see. Draw a card for each minion engaged with you. There you go. Wow.
Now I gotta figure out.
Yeah, now it's harder choices. You can't
Hulk or the particle cannon. So I think
particle cannon is just one thing, though, right?
Hard to get both. Yeah. I think we're gonna go particle cannon here, though. So we'll drop the and we'll drop this. Put the cannon out.
Yep.
I think if I grab this, is that right? Or should I put it next to it?
Yeah, I mean, you can put it next to it or on top. It doesn't matter. This probably won't go under.
And I guess we'll wait, but I'll probably put that skeleton down. So I will exhaust Angela. Put a token on her. Oh, guess I'm not clicking the middle. And deal 2 damage here. And then I'm going to overkill him.
Okay.
So that'll put 2 on the boss.
Yep.
And that'll be murdered you. So I draw a card.
Nice.
It's a downtime. So I'm going to drop my skeleton here. And my health goes up 3.
Yep.
And then I'm going to use Hulk to play a downtime. And then...
Interestingly, if you had been able to do it a different way and not played that red card, Power of Aggression, and been able to draw downtime, you could have played downtime and then Hulk. I don't think it was possible. But...
Yeah, so the interesting part in here is I just have a series of allies to chump block, and Hulk being one of them. I don't really ever attack with him unless it's endgame.
Oh, I gotcha.
So I don't have punches in here. I have very few punches. So
Got it.
I don't actually use them.
Got it. No, that makes
and then
sense.
I will kill the drone in front of me.
What did you kill it with?
Rocket.
Oh, you shot him yourself. Now you don't overkill because you only do 1 damage.
I only have 1 attack, so it's just... Oh, I do overkill, you're right.
Wait, why do you overkill? Oh, because of the skeleton.
Because I have 2 attack because of the skeleton, so actually I would have been able to play Hulk instead of the downtime.
Well, that's okay. Did you want to roll it back and do that?
No, I did plenty. It's fine. That's how I played it.
All right. I don't mind rolling things back. I don't know. I've played enough co-op games in my life that it's like, you know what? Nobody's got money on the line here.
Oh yeah. Oh shoot.
What happened?
I put money on the line on this.
You did? Oh well, I mean that's all you, man. That is grasping tendrils would be nice to keep in my hand, but I don't think I can. I think I'm just playing my pistols. I mean, grasping tendrils isn't necessary for me.
No, it's nice when you have it.
I mean, it would be so good, but getting all these things out is so good also, and keeping multi-gun is kind of a necessary thing. I mean, hard to ignore is the one thing I guess I could have gone without, but I don't know. Just not having to worry about the main scheme as much is nice because neither of us are thwarters. So, and then sure, I'll kill my drone. It's not multi-gun. Oh, power protection. I'm perfectly fine with that. All right, that's it. Turn 1 in the books. Let's go ahead and draw up. I only draw 4 though. Ooh, I got all green cards. Iron Fist, Widow, Desperate Defense. I did shuffle that, right? I know I did, but getting all green at the same time, it's like, I don't need any of that, though. All of it's going to go in to pay for multi-gun, so it's just fine. If you take no damage from attack...
We cleared our drones, which is pretty key.
Yes. All right, so we're going to add 2 to the scheme. That's it for that. Now, Ultron is going to attack. He will attack you first. Did you want me to block for you, or are you going to take it turn 1?
Yeah, I'll just take it.
Oh, I forgot to ready up. Okay. So
yeah,
you're gonna.
I got my 3, so I should be good.
So
for
he had a
hit.
drone. So he attacks for 3, plus 2 more. That's 5.
Then +1 is 6 with the drone.
No. I included the drone. He only had 2. Boost. Oh, yeah. 1 extra attack.
Then the drone attacks me for 1.
Yes. You are correct, sir. I am incorrect. All right, I'll defend my own. This time
no
only,
worries.
probably. Boosting twice, so that's 4. I'm not going to play Desperate Defense just because I need it all to pay for multi-gun. So, not going to happen. So...
No.
What?
You'll have a resource. You have a resource because you have.
That's right. I can hurt myself. Of course, I'm going to play Desperate Defense then.
To play Desperate Defense.
Yeah, and if you take no damage from the attack, ready your hero. So I am blocking for 6, which is a good thing I just saw because guess what? He's attacking for 6. That's as bad as it could have been though. Well, hard to ignore to remove a threat over there. I always forget about that extra resource. I could have done better stuff last turn. You know, it's one of those things when you first get into... I mean, I played Venom quite a bit, but, you know, it's just when you first start the game again, it's always hard to remember, you know, what makes your hero special.
Yeah, I'm usually, like, not great at that. I don't think your pistol's ready, though, right?
I don't think anything readies. I don't know why. Oh, I ready. That's right. Hard to ignore. Desperate Defense.
I don't know why. I am usually one to forget those things, and I have been the one like reminding everybody about Venom's symbiotic bond. I just feel like it's what makes Venom Venom.
It is.
It's his ability.
Because otherwise, he's almost a worse version of Spider-Man.
I would actually argue with people who think Rocket's ability is the drawing cards from minions, so if you have no minions, he's terrible. I don't think that's his ability at all. His ability is the Tinker and the salvage cards.
Yes,
I
the
think
salvage cards are amazing.
So that makes him more in line with Black Panther, is what he's more like.
Yep. Cool. All right. Well, let's go ahead and draw. Go ahead and hit the lookout button down here to draw your encounter card. F flips. Yep. There we go. When revealed, each drone may engage with your hero attacks. Well, I think that's worth the 1 damage.
Yep.
You know, I should have blocked for you with Desperate Defense. I don't know what I was thinking there. Because I didn't realize Desperate Defense. Well, I forgot that I could pay for it. Oh, here you go. Badoon Warlord. Right.
Perfect.
He won't be around long enough to worry about it. Yeah. Oh, although I don't have my pistol, so I'm actually going to have to attack. So that drone is going to stay in play, probably. Huh. Which might not be the best thing in the world. Well, we'll see. So of all these things, what do we think? Do I keep Iron Fist? Do I keep Widow? Or do I keep Armored Vest? That's a tough call. Widow just stops horrific things from happening from the deck, right? Iron Fist stuns, which is pretty key, but is very expensive. And Armored Vest is just, you know, makes me do what I'm trying to do better.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably Armored Vest to get yourself set up, but Black Widow is the right call if we don't keep her, because then, you know, we draw shadows and we draw all the cards that we don't want to see.
Right. I mean, the good news is there's only 10 cards left in my deck, I guess. So there's 2 resources plus taking a damage myself to put out multi-gun. I think I kill the warlord. I mean, I could just.
Well, just do two to him, and I'll kill everything on the board.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask if you wanted me to hit your drone, but no. All right. So we'll do two to him.
I got 3 attacks here, so they're all dead.
We'll do 2 to him and 2 to the boss then. I'm not gonna take off that one threat. Well, that'll go away on its own. That'll be a natural attrition there. All right. That's all I'm doing.
Alrighty. I will play Bring It to cycle and draw a card. That's why I like Bring It. When you only have 1 minion, you can still cycle it.
Yep.
Then I will discard my Reload to play my Thruster Boots. Actually, I should wait to play any cards till I kill minions.
I mean, let's be honest. So, you can get rid of Flora and Fauna, probably.
Yeah. So 2... I can just make this go to 0, right? I'll have to discard it. And I'll kill the Warlord and do 2 to Ultron. Murdered you!
Nice. So you draw a card.
Reload. Oh. I don't have a lot to play here.
Well, you got reloads. I mean, nothing wrong with reloads, right? You can load that sucker right back up.
I don't have charges. It doesn't actually reload.
Oh, that's right. That's the other card.
Yeah. So I'll put the Thruster Boots out. And how do I want to do all this? I guess I will exhaust. I'd like to thwart. I guess I could do both here.
Why would I mean? There's only one threat.
Well, just because I can't do anything with these cards, so I'm gonna thwart for 3, and then play. I've got a plan to ready.
Yep.
And I'm going to do this the wrong way because I don't remember the button. Q?
Yeah, it's E and Q. All right, so you remove all the threat.
And then I will kill... I really want to heal. Can we leave a drone in front of me?
I mean, if you're healing, for sure. Well, here's the thing. I didn't have to hit him for 2. If I knew this was going to be an issue, I just kill my drone. And you go ahead and kill your drone. Right?
Okay, yep. So then I will use her to kill my drone.
Yep. Oh, double resource.
Yep. Then I'll flip down, and I will... do I want to tinker that? I might consider tinkering that. I'm going to exhaust to heal 5, because I have downtime.
Seems good.
And I will toss Flora and Fauna.
Are you going to tinker first?
I think I'm going to tinker on my next turn so that I have 8 cards.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, that makes sense. And Particle Cannon, while great, is not necessarily the cannon you want against Ultron.
Correct.
So, all right, cool. Well, let's ready up, draw up.
So I usually, when I'm playing aggression, now it's different because you're protection, but with these two, our thwarting isn't going to be through the roof. I'm usually pretty willing to let this first scheme go.
You know, I hate the second scheme, though. I absolutely hate it. By the way, I got double resources, so I should have kept Iron Fist or Widow, clearly. What are you going to do, right?
Yeah.
Who knew? All right, so we're going to add 2. And then he's going to attack me. So I get a drone. I am going to defend. I don't have anything to help me defend here, so hope to get lucky using both pistols. So he's attacking for 3. I'm defending for 4. So I need a 1 or 0. Oh, hold on. Give this villain tough status. The villain already has tough status. Okay. All right. That's not the worst thing in the world. So I did block all of it. So we have a chance to not advance with hard to ignore. All right.
Yep.
I'm good. So
he's going to scheme against me.
He is going to scheme against you. So that's 2 plus his
doesn't draw 3
boost. What was that?
As long as he doesn't draw 3.
And he drew a 0.
A 0.
Which is not the worst thing in the world because I got multi-gun to head us off at the pass to make sure we don't get there next turn. And electrostatic armor and armored vest and another hard to ignore. So I'm going to be paying double resources for 1 cost cards, but you know what? Sometimes that happens. All right, but you are first player. Let's do. Oh no. We're not gonna
Cards.
cheat. We're not gonna get out of it that easy. Oh, here you go, Platoon Lieutenant.
Master plan. So we got to go get a side scheme.
Yep. All right. So that's not a side scheme. That is though. That was quick. 4. When revealed, the first player puts 2 top cards in front of them as a drone. So that is me. Oh, well, that's not the worst thing in the world when I have my multi-gun. The only problem is getting rid of that 4 is not going to be easy this turn. But yeah, so I get 2 more drones in front of me. And hopefully you can kill this lieutenant. But if not, it's alright. Alright, well, it is to you to be first player, and my turn is going to be very exciting indeed, which usually happens with protection decks. Your turns are very exciting, and the enemy's turns are not. Exactly the opposite, in fact. Ooh, there you go.
Alright, I will tinker, and then I don't have anything in front of me, so I'm going to do 1. What am I going to get rid of? 2.
And by the way, I can do multi-gun as an action if you're planning on doing
4.
Oh, you're playing for Fury?
Yep. Sorry, I should put the cards here.
No worries.
We'll play Fury and draw 3 more cards. I guess I really want to do Into the Fray.
I mean, I would like you to do Into the Fray to get rid of this lieutenant. I'll be honest. I know it's not the most sexy thing in the world, but let me multi-gun to do 1 damage to everything first. So it overkills for 1. At least. Because that's an action, so.
Alright, I will put a pistol out. I will flip.
You got a lot of Into the Fray going on over there.
Yeah.
But I mean,
so
honestly, we don't need to remove that much threat, so you don't need to overkill that much. I'd rather do more damage to the boss or whoever else, right? Or save charges, whatever you feel like.
I'll bring him up to 3. Okay. And then I will play Into the Fray, using Into the Fray. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, no worries. Yep, I got it.
I will remove the threat here.
Oh, I missed some chat. That's all right. We'll get to the chat in 1 minute, guys. Let's finish out our turn, and then we'll do it before the villain turn.
I will flip. I should have flipped over to attack, so I missed that.
Yep.
No biggie. All right, and then
wait, so you
I will have
Nick.
Him.
So you overkilled for 3.
Yeah, and I draw a card. I got rid of the threat already.
Okay.
There. Oh, perfect. Side holster is exactly what I wanted to draw. So then myself and Nick will remove this Ultron's Imperative.
Nice. Look at you. It's like you're being useful this game. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's like I've played this before.
It's like you've done this once or twice. So everybody, if you don't know Brandon, if you joined us lately, because I see a couple people have. He has his own YouTube channel, Step Into the Portal, which I will have his logo up later when we're doing our end chat. But yeah, no, he plays a lot of Marvel Champions on that. But like our channel, he plays other games as well. So we can talk about some of the other videos you've done recently and kind of promote that as well. But everybody here loves Marvel, so we'll do that. We'll stick with that for now. All right, I'm paying 2 double resources to pay 2 cards to play Electrostatic Armor, Hard to Ignore, and then I will take the damage. That's all right to put Armored Vest in. So I'm all defensed up. All right, so that's the end of my turn. Did I take the damage? I think I did. Yeah, I did. All right, so ready up. Go ahead and draw up. I'm going to get a card over there. Going to take 2 more.
I'm just waiting for my Hall of Heroes. It's in my last set of decks. Otherwise, this thing would be out of control.
I got some interesting choices here. But I'll definitely be Desperate Defensing up probably, and or Preemptive Striking. So Desperate Defense will let me block for both of us, which is not the worst thing that's ever happened in this world. All right. So let's see. There's some chat. So Wasteland Sniper says, "Oh wow, you got Venom stuff out much faster this time." Yes. Well, when you don't have to deal with both Shadows of the Past and and what is it, Ronin on turn one, then yeah, you can get your stuff out. You don't have to just fight for your life. What time did this start? So our streams always start here at 10 p.m. on Friday. That's our start time. So we just started. Oh yeah, love the Brandt and on Into the Portal, great channel. So there you go. There's a Steven Johnson is a fan. So yeah, it's always nice. You know, you don't hear that enough as a content creator or whatever you want to call us. Like, you know, there can never be too many. You do a great job. You know, people saying that because, and I'm not fishing for compliments here, by the way. But, you know, it does keep us motivated and it keeps us going for sure. You know, much more than anything else could. It is just the appreciation from people. All right.
Yeah, ours is all centered around our store there. So it's trying to show people games, although I'm super appreciative of Brian, which is our store owner, because he always tells me just play and talk about whatever. You know, a rising tide raises all ships. So go to Target, buy games, even if we can't sell them in our store. You know, play previews of games that aren't out yet, like whatever you can do. So I try to just play whatever I can, whatever I think people will be interested in, you know, generally what I'm interested in so people can see it.
Yeah, no, that's cool that you get to do that. Now, do you do that while you're on the clock? Sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, I know like Team Covenant.
I mean, Brian's really good about getting me to many local and whatever conventions. Like we'll be at Gen Con and things like that, and usually I don't have to worry about cost. So that's kind of the way we do it.
Got it.
Full time, I'm a math at an art school. So.
So you don't work for the store?
Nope.
Just
part time.
Gotcha. Oh, and then you get your conventions and stuff paid for. What he doesn't tell you is that as a content creator, you get into those conventions for free. So he's really saving a buck on you. But you still have to pay for a hotel and all that stuff, which is definitely the most expensive part. Let me tell you, getting a $70 badge for free is not the expensive part of a convention at all. That is the least expensive thing. I'll move that for you. All right. So with my fishing for compliments, Steven Johnson said, this channel's great too. Peter's awesome. Yes. So there you go. Fishing for compliments works sometimes.
It'd be rough after that if they're like, no, Brandt's channel's great. Yours is okay. I mean,
we get that a lot. I'll be honest. That's kind of my MO. Like, people are like, yeah, we're here anyway, but we're here to see the game. We don't want to hear you talk. Like, get out of here. Stop talking.
It is funny for me because I'm trying to, like, not learn, but play Tabletop Simulator. So I'm more focused on, like, all those kind of things.
Well, and if you have questions, in all honesty, I don't mind telling you what to do, even live while we're playing, because it teaches other people who haven't experienced Tabletop Simulator how to do things, right? So, like, exhausting cards is E to exhaust this way, Q untaps. So, I don't know. I think it's good to teach people this because, look, I still say you buy every game, right? At the end of the day, but it still gives, like you and I, you live in Connecticut, I'm in Maryland, we would never be playing tonight if it wasn't for this technology. So, so Steven Johnson says, you're coming my way at Gen Con. Live in Indy. Very cool. Brandt's cat is also great. So apparently your cat is makes many appearances in your videos.
Yeah, I'm actually in my wife's office here, and I'm not at my normal spot. But normally I'm on this big table, and the cat comes crawling in every stream as soon as she hears me.
Right. Well, it's like kids. They come in every time they know you're doing something important. They'll come in and and bother you. So and that's okay, and we love them anyway, and that's what makes them great, and that's what makes doing it all worthwhile, right? Is that way you get to spend time with your family, you get to learn these games, and hopefully we get to pass on this love to our kids as well. All right, but let's get back to it with Ultron's turn. We're going to add 2 threat to the main scheme. Ultron is going to attack you. I am going to defend for you.
No, I got Nick.
Oh, well, I'm not going to defend for you then. I think you are not worthy of my defense.
I mean, I know you're going to play your desperate defense, but you can play it for
Ooh,
yourself and then ready and be good.
look what just came up as a boost
Hey,
card. That is
Hey,
my favorite thing in the world to see as a boost card. You know, there's literally nothing better than a Shadows of the Past boost. It is it is what we live for when we play this game. All right, so now I'm defending for myself. I'm going to take the 1 damage though to play desperate defense and see what happens. So let's boost it.
I presume you're using your pistol,
yes,
so I
yes,
exhausted
yes.
them.
Yep. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, I'm always going to use my pistols if I forget to do it.
Sure.
Well, I forgot to do this too. All right, so he's attacking for 3. I might not need to use both pistols though, because the most he can get is +3, right? So if he's attacking for 3, he's 6. Desperate defense gives me 2 plus 2 plus I get the armor. So actually, I only need to use 1 pistol. So I only would have used 1 there.
Wait, with the armor, you're 3?
Yes.
For 5. Oh, you still want to use 1.
Still need to use 1 pistol. But double hard to ignore to remove 2 threat. I also retaliate. Goodbye, tough. And that seems like all good things to me. Now, I do take 1 from this drone before he gets... Oh, no. I only retaliate when I block, when I defend. Which I am not doing here. Alrighty. Well, it is on to you to draw a card, and then I got to deal with the 2 of mine. And by the way, I've got this little drone up here just to remind people what the drone stats are. 1 attack, 1 defense, and 1 life. I'm sorry, 1 thwart, 1 attack, and 1 life. No defense.
Ooh, sorry, I spun you. All right, he's attacking me again, and I got a discard card. So I think I'll just use Angela unless you desperately want to block for me.
I can block for you if you want. Like I can definitely block it all.
Now, because look, your health is getting down towards 7. I've got Angela just sitting here. I think it makes sense.
Let's do it then. And you're getting to the end of your deck, so you'll be able to shuffle her in. All right, let's boost that attack.
Yeah.
Choose to either spend a mental resource or put the top card of your deck engage with you as a drone. I feel like you want drones in front of you. I feel like that's where you're going with all this. Now, if you can...
Yeah, if I had my rocket launcher, it'd be perfect. Without my rocket launcher, it is a little tricky.
No,
but
it's not
I can
tricky. Don't forget, I have multi-gun. I'll just kill all of your guys, and then you kill mine, right? Like, I mean, this is actually a great team up because of that. I mean, there's no threat on the scheme. Like, Ultron's just hanging out. Like, no, I feel like this is going well.
Yeah, I have no qualm saying that, like, playing this matchup versus Ultron with Badoons, it's not necessarily like you were doing the other night with Green Goblin, and it was a challenge.
Yeah, well...
like, in this case, I think it's more showing off what Rocket does and what Venom does.
Oh, absolutely. And
how hard will this be for us?
Yeah, all right, so the villain gets tough again, but then he loses it right away, I believe. Because it comes in as part of his boost, but then my retaliate comes afterward, because I did defend again.
Okay. Yeah, that would make sense.
So that's that, and let's see what the second one is. Oh, there we go. Advanced Ultron Drone. Puts the top card of their deck face down, engages with them as a drone. Now I am first player. Do you want me to take care of your stuff or my stuff? With my multi-gun. Because that's basically...
Yeah, in this case, I think I need you to kill mine.
Okay, now I will have 2 drones in front of me because I think I'm going to savage attack mine.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll into the fray one, and I could relentless assault the other one, or I've got my gun, so I could take care of 2 easily.
Cool. Well, I'll take care of your 3. Let's start with that. So go ahead and get rid of all 3.
Oh, yeah.
All I have to do is exhaust the card, man. And I guess I'll do it for you. I forgot. So G gathers the cards together, then you hold on it long enough for it to lift, and then you get all the cards. All right, so I am just going to savage attack. I'm going to pay preemptive strike and my resource. I'm going to hold on to CITT 4 now. So deal 5 damage to an enemy if you paid for it using... Oh, wait. I got to do only lightning. Which those are. It's a... Let's zoom in. A wild for power protection, and preemptive strike is a wild. So there you go. That's 5 damage paid for only using lightning. So I get to do all of 1 defense or 1 extra damage to Ultron. So there. Have at you. Is that what Steve was saying the other day?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's And I added a drone in front of you.
Yeah, no, thanks for that. I appreciate you remembering my death. All right, well, I am done.
Doing more the talking through what you're doing, so I figure I can help by.
It is hard though. It is hard to talk through everything, remember to do everything, and all of that stuff for sure. Yeah. Oh, you got your holster.
For sure. Yep. I just need my rocket launcher. It hasn't come out. It's one of these 5 cards.
You got Ironheart. You could potentially draw it.
Yeah. So are you going to stay flipped up?
I am going to stay flipped up.
All right, I'm going to flip down, and then maybe next turn you can flip.
All right,
down.
I'm protection, man. I'm here.
Or I guess if you draw Project Rebirth, that's your chance.
Yeah, I mean that's really when I want to flip. I'm really hoping to get Spider Sense, and I'm really hoping it's not a drone. Like that would be nice to draw a card every turn.
All right, I'm going to use my pistol to kill one of your drones, specifically murder it.
Okay. Yep. So to draw a card.
There's the rocket launcher. All right, so it's a little late here in the game, but well, not literally.
To say, we've done all of 5 damage total.
No, I mean in the turn is what I mean.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll put Ironheart out and we'll draw another card. So I'm not as worried about that. So I will pitch all 3 of these to draw my rocket launcher. I don't think I have major reasons to use that
of course not.
Right now.
No. Ironheart can kill this thing.
So, yeah, I can Ironheart it or I could kill it myself, but I might just flip and heal. Might be my plan here.
Yeah, go for it. I mean, there's 0 threat on this game.
Yeah, so we'll kill your drone. It's funny that these come in with 0. I feel like they should come in at 1.
Yeah. Well.
And then you could count them down.
Well, a lot of times that's why I keep them here, and I'll just bring them over because they'll usually be at something I need instead of deleting them when I'm done with them. All right, so you healed for 5?
And I can only go to 12.
Nice. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I can only go up to 12, but I'll heal to there, and then now it's basically about getting battery packs to keep that thing loaded.
Alrighty. So I got CITT and I got Nova. I feel like Nova is going to be the play here. Because Nova's great in this deck specifically, because I can always get the lightning resource for Nova, and every time they attack me, I get to do a lightning on them, which is, that's an extra 2 damage a turn. I take 1, they take 2. I feel like it's worth it, especially if I ever get my med team, which doesn't seem to want to come out. Oh, actually, I can get...
All right, I need an encounter card.
I can get CITT and Nova this turn, actually. Huh.
Hey, there's my Hall of Heroes. Sweet. Nice. Oh, CIT. Yeah, you got your doubles.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. All right. So, I don't know why all my stuff's exhausted, because I didn't unexhaust myself. That's why. All right, so let's add 2 to the main. Ultron's going to attack me. I'm going to defend with 1 of my pistols, even though there's no reason not to use both of my pistols, but just in case... I decide to unexhaust myself with CITT for whatever reason. Ultron heals 1 damage for each drone engaged with you. Well, there would be 1, so he heals 1. Oh, but then he takes 1 because I defended. Haha. Have at ye.
And you need a drone, right?
I do. I put it out.
He was saying have at thee because that's Thor's ability. He draws cards when something comes in front of him.
Okay, so I should say symbiotic bond, you.
I think the quirk of Venom is he talks in third person, like we have defeated you or something like that.
Nice.
Or as a group, I'm not sure.
I'll have to look. Yeah, there's no text on him. I don't know. I'll have to bring up some comic Venom stuff, or just watch the movie again because I actually like that movie. I don't know if you've seen the Venom movie, but I thought it was decent.
So I'm not the world's greatest movie watcher. I think you talked about your woes with falling asleep.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It could be my favorite movie of all time, and if you put it on after 8 o'clock, I will just pass.
Well, I'll tell you, I think I do get overstimulated though, because it's always the biggest, heaviest action-packed movies that put me to sleep the most. So like Terminator, stuff like that. If there's a lot of explosions, like stuff like that, like Fast and the Furious, things like that, I can't. Yeah, no, whatever reason, my body just goes, whoa, that's a lot going on. We're just going to shut down right now. All right, so he attacked me. now he is going to scheme against you. And there is chat, so I should probably check that out. Star, this activation is an attack. It is not, so that is just 2, which is
you have made this game easy by keeping that.
Well, I mean, hard to ignore is just so good. It's such a good addition to protection. Yeah. Like, I mean, it makes protection playable solo, really. Where I don't know that it was before. In fact, I remember seeing people talking about how protection's like only good in 3+ player games. Well, that's certainly changed recently.
Oh, yeah.
So we do have a bunch of chat. Let me try to catch up. So, and it's all Wasteland Sniper. Let's see. It's a nice card to get out of the way. Yes, Shadows of the Past is a nice card to get out of the way. Another good card to see go away. I don't remember what it was, but yes, they're all terrible cards. Ultron, behold my army of drones. Yeah, and then we just kick their butt in one turn. Venom, behold my multi-gun. Nice. And then Wasteland Slaver says, Ultron, damn it. Wasteland loves Nova. I especially think Nova's good. Well, I mean, obviously in protection, but when you're really planning on defending and protecting a lot, I mean, you just keep Nova alive forever, right? She does 4 damage, and then, I mean, Venom seems specifically made for her and, or I'm sorry, for him and for Black Widow, because he will always have the resource he needs to pay for those cards. You know, for others, you have to kind of draw it, or I guess there are certainly cards where you can get free resources that you could pay for it. But,
yeah, but just having that in your pocket is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, that way you could pay for both of them even. Wasteland Sniper also says, I got a Venom deck with him in it, and he does some work. Yes. Well, and especially if you can get him out early. I mean, I went through my deck once, although not really, because remember, half my deck was gone on the opening setup, just because, like, I had 2 of my weapons to start with, so it took me a while to find a weapon in there. And then Wasteland Sniper says, I really like it. Venom 2 looks like it's going to be really good. So, Wasteland Sniper, like the Venom movie? Yeah, I thought it was good. I'm excited to see the next one, too. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm a Marvel movies MCU fanboy. Now, is Venom in the MCU? Do you know? No, it's...
well, he was in the Spider-Man movie, like... No, not MCU then. Nope.
Yeah, no, it's definitely... Well, no, but Spider-Man Homecoming and all of that is in the MCU. But no, Venom is definitely not, now that I think about it. Even though it's Marvel.
It's in the other one.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird...
Yeah.
I guess it just depends what studio owns the rights to the films or whatever. Alrighty.
Yes, it will shock no one that Guardians of the Galaxy is my favorite MCU film.
Is it the first one?
Oh, yeah.
My kids love Guardians. They absolutely love it. I think it's great as well. I think Thor Ragnarok's probably my number 1. And I know it's got some hate, but I love Black Widow. I really do. I really like that movie. I mean, I just love the concept of her. I mean, Hawkeye, too. Like, you know, they're like normal people fighting against these, like, supernatural things, right? They have no business being there, but yet they are, and they're doing their stuff, right? And I just love her, you know, work in the shadows type thing. But then when she needs to fight and kill stuff, like I've always been a fan of ninjas and stuff like that. I watched tons of ninja movies while I was growing up. So that kind of stuff appeals to me for sure. When you got a spy or a assassin, that kind of character.
Yeah, no, for sure. I also think Guardians 2 gets a bad rap, but the beginning scene and the ending scene are unbelievably good.
I thought it was good. I liked it a lot.
You want to cut out the middle and tell me all the ego stuff is kind of lame and whatever, I'm on board. But that opening scene with Baby Groot dancing around to Mr. Blue Sky is unbelievably well done. It's one of the best scenes. It's better than any of the scenes I think in 1.
Well, and then Drax goes in and gets swallowed up by it, and he's like, I'm gonna kill it from the inside, which, like, you've seen that in movies before, right? It's like, I'm gonna go out and do it from the inside. It's like, what is he talking about? The skin's equally tough from the outside and the inside. Like, why would he do that? Like, that whole thing is hilarious.
And then the end scene when it's like, does anybody have a piece of tape, is just amazing. Yes. Like, I just love how they do that. Like, they're not even worried about the battle. It's just this piece of tape.
Then Groot's like, this one? No, not that one. That's the death button. This one? No, that's the same button. Oh, yes. Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't know. Those movies are so good. When they interjected comedy into the action movies, Like, I think Ant-Man's another good example of that. They do a real good job. That's my daughter's favorite.
Yeah,
I just think they do such a good job when they get that balance right. And they do get it right often.
for sure. Yes, you can tell by the popularity of them.
Yes. Yeah.
And this card game.
Exactly.
Because of
All right. So we're on enemy phase, right? And he attacked me.
he attacked you. You blocked. He schemed against me for 2. I already had a card, so we each need to get another card.
Yep. Let's do that.
Yep. Let's do.
Attached to Ultron Drone's environment gets +1 attack and +1 hit point. They have this nice thing right here. Bloop 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 bloop.
Ugh, under fire.
So how do we get rid of that? 1 of each icon. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's going to be a mess. That's going to surge, so I get another card. Sorry, I'm not discarding those in the proper location.
Okay.
He's going to heal 1. I believe this surges. Can you remind me the button so I can see? Is it Alt?
Alt, yes. Alt zooms in. So when Ultron heals, 2 damage for each drone being engaged with you. If no damage, so this one surges also. We'll get there eventually.
Here's the factory.
Oh, great. When revealed, each player puts the top card of their deck in place of the drone. Place 1 threat here for each drone minion in play. So that gets 7. So this is what Terrence and I have debated. Where do you fall on this? So it's got 7, but that means it would take 7 turns worth of thwarting to make it worthwhile. Like if the game doesn't last 7 more turns, then it isn't worth getting rid of. I know that's not exactly true, but I kind of feel like these acceleration in multiplayer games, when the number gets real high, aren't worth getting rid of. What are your thoughts?
Well, I would tell you that I've got a plan to get rid of that.
I got you. But just in general, no, look, if you get all the threat off the main scheme and you got extra thwart, why not, right? But
yeah, I mean, there's no doubt that you're right. And when you get to 4+, that's 4 is kind of that number where I feel like you could take care of it per player.
Right.
When you get to 5, 6, 7, 8, you just got to deal with those.
So do you still have these 2 to deal with?
Yep, because I surged
get another drone
over. No, it's just me, I think, isn't it? Oh, is it each player?
Each player. Yep. And they have 2 life each, which is not great. Attached to Ultron, after Ultron schemes, place a threat on the side scheme. This one I don't... Oh, but it's +1 to his scheming is the negative there. So do I not put Nova out? And do I take care of this? So if I don't put Nova out... Oh, I don't put CITT out. I can get rid of Ultron drones.
Are you first player? Did you just take it from me?
I did not. So you're going to be first player, but that's an action to do this. Do you want me to do that right away? I'll still get...
I mean, I've got so many cards, I could get rid of it. I can get rid of Salvage and my Helicarrier and toss it. But if you're not... Like, CITT isn't a huge benefit to you.
The only benefit is I do get to then, not only block, but get to do something. Every turn guaranteed, but I don't need it. All right, so it's 1, 2, and a damage. So for all the different resources, let's get rid of this. Because it's an action, I can do it during your turn. So boom. Done.
All right. I'm going to go scrap my pistol to tinker to draw 2 more cards. So I got this endurance and all these here. So the key for me is going to be this Hall of Heroes that I want to get down before I murder everything in sight. And then I will flip. And I will kill your 3 drones.
Yep.
And draw 3 cards.
Because that does 2 to each, right? So let's explain why. So you remove a charge, you do 2 damage to each thing engaged with somebody. Each minion engaged. Oh, you get the villain too. So let's not forget that. Oh, and the villain attacked me last turn. I don't know if I did my retaliate. I don't think I did. So we'll put that retaliate on also.
Did a lot of Guardians talk.
Oh, you know what? Did I have a drone that would have attacked me too? I did. So my drone would have actually been dead. Oh, no.
No, you had a drone. It was in front of you. I just killed it.
Right, but it would have done... 1 damage to me. It's fine. I think I messed up. I forgot. Oh, no, I don't automatically retaliate, but I would have taken the 1 damage from it. I don't retaliate on it because I have to defend for electrostatic armor to get... So that's fine. I just need to take 1 damage. That's good. All right.
I'm surprised you haven't seen your Project Rebirth.
I have, but...
Oh, you pitched it?
Oh, no. No, I saw it the first time through. I discarded it, I think, looking for the weapon at the beginning of the game. And I have not seen it again, no. All right. So wait, this is gone. They're 1-1. All right, so you did that. You murderated them. Do you want me to kill your drones, or are you going to kill them for more card draw?
Yeah, I'll kill them for more card draw.
Okay.
So I get 3 tokens on Hall of Heroes. Yep. So now I'm going to... I played Bring It to draw 2 more cards.
Yep.
So then I'm going to reload with my Bring It.
I mean, do you want to Bring It to draw 2 more cards? And then use...
you can only play 1 per turn.
Oh, is that the Bring It? Max 1 per phase. Yep.
I still think you bring 3 of them because...
Oh, of course.
Yeah, it still just works. All right, so 2 more on...
your drones.
Ultron, and 2 more drones dead.
So you lost a reload and you lost a double resource, but I'm sure you're not the saddest person in the world about that.
I'm doing okay.
I think you have enough resources in your hand. You can do combat training, though. Yay.
This combat training, I think, will work.
So if you get Helicarrier and use it on me, I can genius to get rid of this scheme thing. Oh, no, I already used my free resource, or did I not?
You used it.
Never mind, I can't then. Never mind.
But I am going to put the I'm going to do the thing that you don't think I should do. So I'm going to thwart for 3, and then I'm going to ready with I've got a plan, and then I'm going to thwart for 4.
Well, if you could do 7 in 1 turn, then I think it's worth it. And it's especially worth it here, because if I'm planning on flipping down, which I don't know that I am, but if I was planning on flipping down, having that there and having this here is real bad for us, right? Because that's 2 extra threat. This only needs 6 to flip, right? I mean, it's almost a guaranteed flip with those 2 things out. So in this situation, right. I am for getting rid of it, because I think the second side scheme is just so much worse than the original one that it's worth it. That's down to 0, right?
Yeah.
I got it.
All right. I played my Helicarrier. I used my salvage. How do I look through my discard pile?
I mean, you can right-click and search, but honestly, it's just...
Are there any tech in there? I don't think there was... I don't actually think you're going to find one unless... Thank you.
Box pistol.
Oh, I've got
that.
So that goes back on top. So the nice part with the holster now is that I can have a pistol in play in addition to the other 2 weapons.
That is nice.
It's so almost like they
planned it.
Yeah. I guess you don't actually... I'm just going to play Endurance.
I don't need it.
You're going to Nova,
yeah,
right?
I'm just doing Nova.
So there you go. Now Softy Rocket has 15 health.
I mean, yeah, you're doing better than me right here. I'm definitely going to need something here soon to heal me up, because I'm just getting plinked away one at a time. I mean, my turn again as protection is going to be very exciting. I'm going to play Nova, and then I'm going to multi-gun to remove the 2 threat from the main scheme, maybe?
So what's really neat here, though, is that I am the force, right? I'm the what do you call it? The unstoppable force hitting the immovable object of Ultron. But you are the support role. Like, without you, this scheme has flipped, and we're actually playing... It's really good for people to see that support role. It's not as exciting for some people. They don't like that. But it's like the healer in an online MMORPG or whatever it is, the buffer, you know what I mean? The debuff. Yeah, you're doing all that stuff, and it's key because it's allowing me to just build. I mean, to be ridiculous, you know?
Yep. Yeah, no, protection definitely goes that way. All right, we've missed a lot of chat, so I'm going to do that before we go to the enemy's turn. And I need to be better.
Oh, you got to take your turn. Oh, you took your whole turn.
I took my whole turn. I put Nova down. Well, hold on.
You don't want to flip?
I don't think so. Just because I don't have my way to heal myself when I'm flipped, right? So it
I
seems
guess that's true.
not as good.
Yeah, I guess you're not really ever getting hit for any damage other than the drones.
Exactly. So Nova's gonna hit for 2. We'll do that. And with him having +1 scheme, I'm just worried about losing this scheme. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, until I get my healing thing and until we get rid of that, I think I stay. All right, so let's see. Wasteland Sniper says it's a Sony thing, so talking about Venom 2. From what I remember, it might be some crossover, but nothing concrete yet. No, I don't think there is. You're right, because MCU is now Disney. So let's see. Steven Johnson says Drax has so many great lines too. Yep, I agree. Drax, especially with CITT and his Dwee tweet, whatever, where he gets to draw cards and he gets to unexhaust himself. Yeah, no, I mean, so every time.
I think the great part about Drax is nothing goes over his head because he would catch it.
Yes, yes. Well, and you can't see him, so he doesn't take any damage.
Oh, that's right.
Wasteland Sniper says that wasn't the case in The Boys. How they took out the soup with the impenetrable skin. Yes, see, in certain movies, man, you go on the inside and you can just blow it up. I don't know how that happens. Well, I guess, you're still kind of messing up their organs on the inside, so, I think that works. I really...
Cat is making her appearance here. I know you can't see, but here she is.
Wait, what's going on? Oh, the
My
cat?
cat. She made her appearance. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I did see. Oh, there she is. I see her. She's gray?
Yeah, she's a Russian blue.
Very cool. I really wish Drax's AE side had him eating a bag of Zagnuts. Yes, and sitting still. That's right. Funny. That's Wasteland Sniper's comment. Steven Johnson said, I feel like with lower threshold schemes, those acceleration schemes really add up and make going to alter ego much more difficult. They do, and again, that's why right now I'm not doing it. Not that there's an acceleration one, but this one is the reason here. All right, so we're almost done here. Steven Johnson says Hall of Heroes should be at 5, which it is. He got it, says Steven Johnson. All right. So we are up to date, and I will try to catch the comments as they come in. I have not been as good today because, hey, we've been having some fun, man. We've been talking some Marvel. We've been playing some Marvel. Life is good. Life is definitely good. All right, so let's add 2 to the main scheme, and then he will attack you. Oh, I should be ready. So I do have Desperate Defense. Do you want me to block for you?
I mean, it's your call. I got 15 health, so if you want some resources to do some other things,
you know what?
You want to drop Iron Fist or something, or you could actually confuse him with your behind enemy lines.
I think that's what I'm going to do.
I really have no issues taking a hit.
Why
from
don't you
Ultron.
take this one hit? I'm going to Desperate Defense myself, so when I flip, I'll be able to heal. That seems to make the most sense, right?
Yeah.
All right. So he's going to hit you for 3 plus a boost of 2 more. Oh, good. I hate this stupid card. Well, that's... All right, and then your drone hits you for 1. So you got that. All right, now I'm going to block for myself, taking a damage. And to play... You know what? I'm not going to take that damage. And I'm not going to play Desperate Defense. Well, no, I definitely should. All right, taking the damage, playing Desperate Defense. I don't even need to use a gun, right? Because I'm already at 3, 4, 5. He's at 3. I guess I need to use 1 gun. Choose to either spend a lightning resource or put the top card of your deck face down, engage with you as a drone. I don't want to get rid of Iron Fist. I guess I can get rid of one of the hard to ignores and take the damage. So yeah, I will running gun. I will get rid of that lightning not to put... Or do you want to kill an extra drone?
All right, I'll just draw an extra card.
I mean,
You'll take an extra damage. That's the biggest negative.
that's okay. I'll take 2 damage.
Yeah.
It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm ready. Oh, and he would have taken 1 for my
Your
retaliate.
other option is you can take a damage and kill one of the drones with Nova.
Oh.
One of the damage you take will just trigger Nova instead of
Well,
you taking
no.
the
I
damage.
used my damage to pay for this, so I would have to get rid of running gun to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Which would mean I'd have 1 less hard to ignore, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but yeah, I should use.
Well, you can play hard to ignore with Iron Fist, and then the Helicarrier and your symbiotic bond can play behind enemy lines.
Well, I don't want to get rid of Iron Fist, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold on to Iron Fist because, as you said, stunning Ultron is like the best thing. Like he is by far the best. Although we haven't had any problem with the minions, but still.
And your deck is at 12 cards, so I mean, I'd rather confuse so people can flip down, but that's just the
Well,
difference.
no. I think you give me Helicarrier, and I hurt myself to behind enemy lines. I mean, I don't even need to remove 3 threat, right? That's the weird part about behind enemy lines.
And the other option is I can play my mansion and just let you draw a card.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, because maybe then I can get Iron Fist out, too. Well, anyway, for now, I'm just going to do that. I did chuck running gun to mow down one of these, which is another running gun. Which, by the way, this is like the first time ever that I've not used any running guns in the game.
Yeah, he doesn't need them really in protection as much.
Well,
like until the end game, we just want to deal damage. In fact, I wish I had put this combat training on you, even though you're not going to use it for a while. Then at the end of the game, you'd be dealing 5 damage.
Well, have you used it ever yet? Oh, you did. You used it early on to kill a drone and do that.
No, because I have the cybernetic skeleton, so it's only going to help me if I draw a grunt, and we haven't seen a single grunt yet.
Have you? So you haven't used it all game yet? I mean, you can give it to me. I mean, that's up to you.
I got a second one in my deck, so I'll get it to you.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right. So all this stuff is done. Let's go ahead and draw our cards, right? So you're first. Oh,
hey, speak the devil.
Although you only need 2 for him. Oh, for the overkill. Right. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I always think in terms of overkill.
And exhaust and take 2 damage. So I almost feel like the first part is never the right option. Well, first of all, I can't take 2 damage. So either way, but I am going to flip. Put 1 set-aside copy of the symbiote into play with the first player. If you cannot, this card gains Surge. So either way you're discarding it, why would you ever do the first thing, where you exhaust yourself and take 2 damage, when you can kill a symbiote?
Because once all the symbiotes are in play, you can't pick the second option.
Ah, all right. Oh, because
if you drew Shadows first and then that card, then you have to take 2 damage.
Got it. But
so it's even worse.
In this situation, we'll put them in front of you, and that way you're just going to blast them all with your rocket launcher, right? That seems to make more sense. Yes.
Yep.
But I am going to flip, because that way I can just heal, and then I won't have to be face down, right?
There you go.
All right. So that's that. We are done. I am first player. I'm going to heal for 4. I'm going to flip. Now the question is, can you give me Helicarrier and I can get Iron Fist out? Is that the move?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So 1, 2, and then I'll take a damage. I like playing on the edge, apparently.
Yeah, I can't convince you to flip it. Although it's funny, when you don't have Project Rebirth, that's been your biggest... I mean, you've been great, because all your other stuff is out, so you've been able to do this. But
I mean,
if you had Project Rebirth, then flipping down is just a no-brainer.
Oh, of course.
To heal all the way back up.
All right, so I'm going to stun and do how much damage? Don't you get extra damage? Why do I not see that? Oh, and deal 1 extra damage. All right.
Yeah, he deals 1 individually, so if it has tough, it's actually like Pierce.
Right. Although he does the 2 first, right?
I don't think so. I think he when Iron Fist attacks, so when you flip him to attack, you remove a counter and stun an enemy and deal 1 damage. Then he attacks for 2.
Oh, nice. All right, so I'm going to do that. So Iron Fist stuns him and does 3 damage. He didn't have tough anyway, so it doesn't matter. What do you want me to do with my gun? I mean, why don't you take your turn? We'll figure it out. Because it's an action, so.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I mean, there's no threat, so... Yeah, I don't know. But good point. I can take my turn here. So I'll play Bring It, draw 3 cards. Yay, more cards.
So Steven Johnson said Peter should have 1 more health. Never put it back after deciding to use no visibility. So I guess I discarded a card to use it, and I didn't. 9 Down says, what's Terrence's channel? Terrence doesn't have his own channel, but he is here with us. He was unfortunately out of town this Friday. So he and I played on Saturday. We played Spider-Man and Venom against Green Goblin Mutagen and Kree Fanatic, which is the ridiculously hard modular. So yeah, we if you want to see more Terrence, you can see him on Wednesday. And then 9 Down also says, I thought I heard Peter once say he had one. I don't think he has one. Steve, who was here a couple weeks ago, has beat the game, and then Brandt here has Step Into the Portal. So they both have their own channels, and they both do a lot of Marvel plays. But no, Terrence doesn't have his own. He's just here with you lovely people. So, but no, we love Terrence. We definitely love Terrence, and we're very happy he's here with us. All right. So I'm going to put out this pistol. Boom.
I feel like I did something else that I don't remember what it was, but
sorry. Did you bring it? Did you draw your 3 cards?
I did. Oh, I played Angela, and I need you to flip these 10 cards.
Uno, dos, 3, 4. I know tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, ocho, nueve. Oh no. Oh no. So what happens here?
Yes, I just take 10. I think she says discard or reveal. Search the top 10 cards. I assume you just search less if there aren't 10.
So which one do you want? The Badoon Assassin or the drone? As if there's much of a choice there. I think it's... Oh, or the grunt.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want to take damage and overkill the assassin for another card, but I think that's greedy.
Well, I think grunt is the same thing, right?
I think grunt... Well, I'm not going to overkill because the rocket launcher only does 2. But I think it's fine. So I think I'll take the grunt.
I mean, you could take the 3 damage if you want. That's all you, man.
Yeah, I mean, I could just flip and heal it, right?
I mean, are you flipping anyway? It's at 0.
Yeah. Just take the assassin, which I think does +2.
Yeah, it's 3
quick
total.
strike +2. Oh, there you go. 1, 2, 3. And odds are I'll draw Schadenfreude. So there I am, taking damage. I will use my pistol to kill your drone.
Okay. Well, do you want me to do 1 to everybody? And that way you get overkill for sure?
Oh, yeah.
So do you want to go back?
It doesn't matter. It's 6 and 1/2, half.
Well, you could have taken 3 less damage. I could have done 1 to everybody, and you would have got overkill on 3.
No, because you'd kill these 2, and then I'd overkill
No, I'm
these
saying
2.
if you had taken the Badoon Grunt instead, and you didn't take the 3 damage from the assassin.
Oh, that's a good call. Yeah, that's a good call.
You want to do that?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to just search for the Grunt.
Although we do get the assassin out of there to try to kill you if it hits you too hard.
I mean...
But I could block. I'll just keep Ironheart to block.
Yeah, I always feel like it's good to have a chumper just in case, like worst case scenario. You're not going to have those 2 mental resources, are you, to get rid of this?
I don't think chumping is a bad part of the game. I think it's just reality. Like, I think it's fine. Like, heroes come in, they're weak, then they block for you. Like, that's thematic to me.
Yeah, all right. So I'm going to use my gun to do 1 to everything. So go ahead and get that back. These all have 1.
Yeah, I'll just exhaust the rocket launcher.
All right, to kill all of them and do 2 to Ultron. So you get to draw 2 cards.
Yep.
And then 9 Down says, oh, if you didn't say it, then I misheard you. Well, I say a lot of things. I might have said he had his own channel, but I don't think so. No, Steve's videos are great. I just have to be ready for how intense his videos can get. Yeah, we tend to have some pretty intense videos here too. But yes, Steve likes to turn the difficulty up to 12 when he plays. That is for sure. By the way, you have 9 counters on all of you. You're never going to use all that. Let's be honest.
I will use them.
I mean,
all right.
Seriously though, if you can get rid of this, I think it's probably the right call. So when you flip, we don't go over.
All right, so let me flip and heal. I'll go back to 14. Then I'll use 3 of these counters, and I will draw.
Well, hold on. If you're gonna get rid of this, it's a hero action.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So don't do it if you don't need to.
Bad.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, we might lose that scheme, but
well, I actually, because I am first player, it's better because I block every time and hard to ignore before he schemes against you. So I think we're okay.
Then I'll toss this battery pack to Tinker for 2 more.
Oh my gosh!
I have no idea how many cards I've had this turn, but
it's a lot.
Some would call it too many. I will pay 2, 3, 4 to play Nick. And then I will draw my last 3 cards. And then I'll use this to play my battery pack.
Hey, you can do the combat training on me.
Yep. I got to see if I have enough cards for that.
I mean, yeah, I don't want you to strain yourself here. Oh, you do have Groot, though. I feel like Groot should come out.
Yeah.
Groot, Flora, Fauna.
Well, I've got 3 allies. I've got 3 allies already.
I mean, just attack with Iron Fist, then. Because, wait, he would have a damage on him, right?
Put the mansion out.
Didn't Angela do something?
Say what?
Didn't Angela do something? Attack?
Yeah, she took a damage.
Yep. All right, I got it.
Oh, I had her attack for 2, and I did it up here.
Okay.
And Nickel attack for 2. Sorry, it's getting real messy.
It's all right.
So yeah, I mean, it's Groot or combat training on you, or my cannon might be the best play.
Do what you think is best.
Yeah, I think my cannon is the best play here. I have no idea how many cards I had on that turn, but it was
substantial. That is for sure.
Okay, that's all I can do. Sorry.
I mean, I wish you could have done some more. Something next time. Try to do something useful. Can you? All right. So let's go ahead and draw up. Don't forget to do that.
Oh yeah.
I have Rebirth. I finally had Project Rebirth. All right. So we got 2. Oh, he's not going to attack me because he's stunned. Son of a gun.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to lose this first scheme here probably.
Really not going to be a problem. It's going to add drones for me to kill, and then I'm just going to martial prowess the life out of into the fray.
We didn't flip all
that stuff.
It's only 3.
Oh my gosh, it's 0. This is with us. After your game with Terrence on Wednesday, this game's like, here, have an easy go.
I mean, it really did. That was uncalled for, like, easiness. Well, we'll see. I mean, we're not done the turn yet, so let's go ahead and draw our cards. Oh, there you go. You gonna exhaust yourself? Remove from the game?
Yeah. And my first one is a drone, and my second one's an assassin, and I'm flipped down. So.
Yep, that assassin does nothing. Of course, Nick does nothing also.
Yeah, he drew me 3 cards and dealt 2 damage.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you paid for him. He basically cost you 1 to do 2 damage. It's not the worst thing in the world. All right, so it is you as the first player. I mean, you need a bigger mat. What's going on over there?
This is my favorite thing to do. Play all the cards.
I mean, literally, I don't know that there are more cards in the game. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, he didn't attack me, so I didn't even get a drone. Wow, that's ridiculous. All right. I mean, and now you got 2 double resources, as if you needed them, and another double resource for aggression. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is... Alright, yeah, it's gotten silly.
Yeah, this is the part where where people are like, "Oh, Rocket's no good," and I'm like, "Well, then I guess I don't know." I mean, card draw is just such an interesting part. I feel like, especially card draw on somebody like Captain Marvel, where her cards are so powerful with 3 resources and stuff like that. But card draw just makes it so good. All right, so there is threat.
So
right,
9 Down clarified his comment earlier where he says Steve's videos are great. I just have to be ready for how intense his videos can get. We said that earlier, but then he clarified when I said, yeah, we try to keep it tough here. He said, oh, I didn't mean like intense tough. Yeah, you all do tough too. I just mean he himself gets intense while playing.
Yeah, he does.
Steve gets fired up. That's okay.
He was a cruise director on a ship, so he's got that, like, fire everybody up energy, you know?
Nice.
Yeah. All right. I dropped this crew quarters. I really like this card here. You can heal people or heal yourself twice. It's kind of like a mini Project Rebirth for anybody. I'll play my Bring It to draw 2 more cards. I will...
Oh, he was talking about Steve from Beat the Game. Now I get it. I was thinking he was talking about Steve from this channel. I was so confused. All right.
Oh, yeah. No, Steve from this channel is a little more mild-mannered.
I was about to say, that's why I was trying to figure out. I was like, Steve gets intense? What's going on here? All right, so go ahead and draw one of your... you get a drone, right?
Oops. I don't know the order of those, so we won't worry about it.
It doesn't matter. I mean, literally, it doesn't matter unless you're one of those people that think, like, while you're in Vegas, it matters, like, you know, what order stuff comes out. Oh, that would have been this, or this would have been that. Nah, it's fine. Oh. Well, there you go. Shoot some stuff. Oh, did you do 2 to Ultron? Or
I did it, yep.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I forgot to kill one. Shoot. Oh, well. It's my fault. I didn't get rid of the threat.
Now, do you want to use your genius to get rid of this stupid thing?
Yeah.
All right.
I meant to do... So, I have to put a card back.
That's fine.
And just shuffle.
Done.
So, I wanted to do Into the Fray to kill one of those and remove 5 threat.
Oh. Well, there you go. Yep.
I put the card... Oh, I still draw the card, so that doesn't actually change.
Well, now you get a different card because I shuffled it up.
Yeah, no worries. All right. Yeah, now I've just got too many cards.
You get too much resources here and not enough...
So I'll deal 6 damage to Ultron.
Yep.
And I will drop a battery pack.
I'll get it for you.
Yeah, thanks. And I'll increase the particle cannon by 1. Just you can keep the 1 on there. Then I will get a plan to reload. And then I will hit Ultron for 2, 3, 4, 8.
Nice.
I've got all double resources, so I'm just holding them. So you got a card draw and a helicarrier.
Sweet. Well, I'll draw the card now, I guess. Or do you want to draw the card yourself so you can use some of those double resources?
I've drawn so many cards, I wanted to give you a card draw.
That's okay. Do yourself, man. It's although, hold on. Now that I think about it, I could run and gun.
I think it's fine. I can hold these double resources.
I mean, I could run and gun to do 8 myself. I mean, do we want to flip them? That's the question.
We want to flip them if we can then kill all the drones, because the Imperative's going to come out and drop 2 more drones.
Right.
So we just need something that you could Savage Attack 1.
And you could do Into the Fray.
Oh, and I could Into the Fray 1. Yep. So you can flip them. Then we want to not take drones at that point.
Right. All right. So why don't you go ahead and give me the card draw then?
I shall, and I have a helicarrier for you.
Oh, I got Widow. Nice. All right, so I'm going to attack for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, actually, I'm going to Iron Fist to kill him. Because that stun sticks around on his other form, right?
Yep.
Because he's the same Ultron. So stunned. Each drone is now just inherently that. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for Ultron's imperative side scheme. Reveal it and then shuffle. It's got to be here. Yep.
There's a search option.
Yep, I got it.
Nice, you are quick.
I tell you, people say TTS is slower. I don't necessarily agree. I mean, I talk a lot, right? So there's that. But it's not TTS's fault. I feel like it's my fault. Players put the top 2 cards of their deck face down and engage with them as drone minions.
No, that's me, I think, right?
Oh, did it just say the first player? Oh, the first player.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to use... Oh, so you got that? All right. Do you want to use Into the Fray?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, there's no threat. Oh, you could take... Can you take it off the side scheme or just the main scheme?
Main scheme, but I just have all these cards in my hand. I might as well use them, you know?
Now, oh, you don't have anything in your discard anymore, so you're not drawing anything with your salvage, unfortunately.
Yeah, but it's fine. At this point, we just want to kill him.
So you got one drone down. I can easily kill the other drone with multi-gun.
Yep.
So that one's dead. Because now I can attack Ultron again. Because you cannot attack Ultron as long as there's stuff going on. So now I feel like...
You can't take damage. It's even worse than you can't attack him.
Yeah. Savage attack, 5 damage to an enemy. I mean, do I just forget Project Rebirth, forget Energy Barrier, and just run and gun and Savage attack? And just, like, start burning them down?
If it was me, I would Savage attack, Project Rebirth, flip down, heal, and be ready. But you don't want this scheme to flip, so I'm not worried about it now, personally.
I mean, at this point,
I think we could kill him in 2. I think we could kill him in 2 turns.
Let's do this. I say we kill him in 2. All right. So 1, 2, 3. I'm playing on the edge here to run and gun.
Yeah, no worries. It makes sense. I got the 6 damage.
I mean, do you want me to get rid of this side scheme? I could do that for my 4. Oh no, I only thwart for 3.
Oh, gotcha.
Nah, I'm attacking. So that's 4. I will take 2 off the side scheme, and then I'll just do 2 next turn. So 4 off him, 2 off the side scheme. We got that? And then I take a damage. Get rid of my energy barrier to savage attack. Let's do 5 more. Terrence would kill me.
Hold on. Did you deal 6, then
I did
run and
4
gun?
and then 5. So 9 total. Should be 9 total because I took 2 off the scheme instead. Okay. Oh, no. You're right. I did have a multi-gun. No, I used the first multi-gun to take out your drone. We're good. And now Nova's going to do 2 more because why not? There we go. Yep, there's all of that just happened. I mean, we've got so many allies. Oh, you can't attack with your allies now, I guess, right? Because it's not your turn and that's not an action, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just leave him for blockers, because if he draws double attack, you'll die.
Right, well, Angela would have been the one that could have attacked, but that's fine.
Gang up or any of that. Yeah, she could have attacked, but the math didn't work with what you had.
Yes, you are correct. All right, so I'm going to ready up. I am going to draw up. And I am 1 short of drawing an extra encounter card. Oh, there's Spider Sense. I got Night Nurse is nice just in case. And Unflappable. Wow, I got all my good stuff this far into the game. It's fine. By the way, I have a med team in here too somewhere.
If you had this stuff, you'd be doing even more ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. All right, so 2 over there. And then he tries to attack you, but he's stunned, so he doesn't. I am going to block with Desperate Defense. Sure. You know what? Maybe I spend a card at this point of the game. Nah. I'll just take the damage.
Yeah, I mean, you barely need the Spider Sense anymore.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of stuff I barely need at this point, but that's fine. Here defends +2. So I'm defending for Oh, I'm going to need both pistols now. All right. So I'm defending for 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's still not going to be enough to block it all. Oh, no. 6, 7. Sorry. Yep. I blocked for 7. So that'll be enough. Good. All right. So he takes a retaliate. I remove 2 threat from a scheme. Ooh. This is the main scheme, though, right? Yeah. Unfortunately. All right. So now we are to you. You go ahead and draw 2 cards because of the imperative. You got 3?
Yeah.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah.
And I draw 1. Oh, and that, hey, we finally got an acceleration token. We have done really well at just keeping things going. Discard an upgrader
right,
support. Hold on. You don't have an upgrader support. I mean, what is all this? There's no upgrades. With all these cards, you'd think you'd have 1 at least. Yeah, I think downtime's the right call.
Oh, these...
Mr. 15 health. I think you're okay with getting rid of downtime. Or you could just let the card surge, which seems ridiculous. Each drone minion attacks. If no drone attacks were made, put the top card of your deck into play. Yep. Nothing.
He attacks me again.
I mean... Oh, you know what? I didn't have a lightning resource. So here's what I'm going to say I did. I'm going to say I got rid of Spider Sense.
Oh, and then spent the 1 to deal 2 damage?
And spent the 1 to deal 2 damage to him. From, I forgot, from Nova. Okay, do you want me to chump with Iron Fist?
Sure.
Who's about to shuffle? Me, I have 1 card left. Yep, Iron Fist it is. Okay. Now the drone attacks you too, though, right?
Yeah.
That 2 damage you're going to have to take yourself. I'm sorry, Mr. 15 health.
Okay. Well, that's my favorite part is people say Rocket is so squishy, but it's like, well, here I am at 15 health. Like, this card is so good.
Hey, guess who's back?
Hey.
Part of me is back. My symbiote. So 9 down says, oh... Lots of laugh. My bad there. Yes, when we was talking about Steve and I got confused. Yes, he said, wowza, I had no idea. Lots of laughs. Dang, that's a heck of a player board on Brandt's side. Jeez. Yes, it is. And then gonna have to move identity card off the mat and further to the left. Just because to make space for whatever other cards you have. Or
is that better?
Yeah, make it giant. Nice. I am Giant Rocket. Oh, by the way, so speaking of this, I was preparing for this game the other day because I was sitting there. It was after dinner. The whole family was kind of sitting around the kitchen. And I look out my back window and I see eyes staring in at me. And I freak out. But there, right there in my backyard, I'd never seen him do this, was a raccoon. And he was just sitting there, lifted up, looking in the window. I was like... This is like perfect. This is like rocket time. He was standing on his back legs, just chilling, and then he went back to our bird feeders and ate all the bird food that was not meant for raccoons, but actually for birds. And he was just chilling. But I'd never seen him just come up and, what's up, guys? I'm here.
Yeah, they're pretty friendly, and they're not super dangerous. Except if you go to their nest. If you go to their nest or hut, what I don't even know exactly what they live in, then they're super vicious.
Well, yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. But if they come to you, the only issue is rabies. That's the big one.
Yeah. All right, so you're all done, so I'm going to get the first player token. And as always, I'm going to have a super impactful turn here. What do you want me to get rid of, if anything? Well, I guess I get rid of the imperative, right? Or do you need that 2 damage?
No,
I don't think we need the 2 damage. There's no damage there. I'm gonna go ahead.
Yeah, I mean the only other thing. Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'll just kill D'Angelo. We're good.
I mean, I also have Nova, but I mean, I'd rather not kill her.
We're fine.
So I'm gonna get Unflappable, which is actually just worse than Spider Sense. No, it's not, because if I defend for you, then I can do Unflappable also. But it's still kind of worse, and I had a double resource. That was stupid. I should have gotten rid of Unflappable instead of Spider Sense. But that's okay. It's fine. And I'm going to take a damage to play Night Nurse. And then I'll probably use her to get that damage back. Just because at this point, we're not going to need all her charges. She heals for 1 and gets rid of conditions, but that's fine. Yep. All right, so it's to you.
I drew a card with my mansion. It didn't seem like you could use it, so
nah, it's fine.
I was greedy there, and then hello, Emily. And then she figured that out. I will.
You have double melee. You could just get rid of the 2 things with melee.
Yep, I will use this and my melee to kill those 2.
Yep.
And I will murder 2 more for 2 more cards. I didn't even play the Schadenfreude, but I don't think I need it.
I mean, seriously? Like, you could play it now. You just need to get 2 back. Honestly. That's all you're going to get. You can't play that on somebody else, unfortunately.
Yeah, no. I will play Groot. Mainly the reason I have Groot is for Flora and Fauna, because if I don't draw battery packs and I want to reload these weapons...
I hate to tell you, you discarded Flora and Fauna. It was your drone this turn.
Oh, yeah. I'll survive.
Are you sure? I mean, seriously, are you sure?
It's such a fun deck. Like, I so encourage people to go play this Rocket It's just so fulfilling.
I did it for you. Really? You're going to do the pistol? Of all the things, I guess just so you can get a maximum damage this turn.
Well, I've got another one right here.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I feel like the plasma cannon's the right call. Like, it's a little bit more damage.
I will Schadenfreude, and then
wait, do you have anything to draw?
8. No.
You're savage. I mean,
because I got 2 packs out here, and I've got 3 weapons.
I mean, you only have 6 cards left in your deck, so I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Clearly, that's not true, but yeah, you're down to 26 cards. That's pretty impressive out of a 40-card deck.
44-card deck.
Oh, you had 44 cards, and you only have wow, and you only have 16 left. That's pretty impressive.
So I will Schadenfreude, and then I'll deal 8 damage to him, and we'll throw Groot in there to do 2 more, and Angela to do 2 more. What's he at now?
28.
Yeah, we can kill him next turn. Sorry, I got that.
That's all right. You're fast. I like it. Steve had me doing everything. Night Nurse shows how much I have to learn about the game, because the first time I saw the card, I thought it was really terrible. Like, ooh, 1 hit point heal. Ooh, says 9 down. Well, yeah, the big thing that Night Nurse does, I mean, honestly, it was a waste to use it for 1 healing, but the removing a status effect is so good and so necessary for certain heroes, right? People like Hulk, people like Drax. I mean, getting stuns on them is just brutal, and being able to, like, there are certain characters who don't care at all about status effects, like Tony Stark, right? He could care less because he just turns one of his blasters, and there you go, it's all gone. Actually, you don't care with pistols as much, right? Because it's considered an attack. So at this point of the game, you don't care as much. But there are certain heroes that, like, status effects just kill them. I think Venom doesn't like to have status effects because he wants because he hits so hard every time he attacks. I mean, even his basic attack right now is 4, right? And that's not an aggression deck. That is with a protection deck. Oh, now 5. Thank you.
Promised I'd get it to you before the end. Just in time for you to... Oh, no, you swung last turn. Never mind.
Yes. No.
1 turn late.
All right, so let's ready up. Let's draw up.
Ahmed didn't ready Groot.
Because Groot isn't on your board, man. It didn't ready Hulk. Wait, did you even attack with Hulk?
No.
Why not?
I was afraid of killing everything.
Who cares? Oh, I drew 1 card. I'm like, why did I only draw 1 card? Yeah, because I only had 1 card. I think I'm going to behind enemy lines this turn. I feel like that's the play.
I'll attack with Hulk next turn, though, because we should be able to do the 25
Oh, I got
damage.
running gun. I'm pretty sure we'll do 25 damage. Do I have...
Yeah, we did not play something challenging this time. I mean, it could be, certainly, but we definitely showed off these 2 decks. So.
Yeah, for sure. Funny thing is, I'm not even going to play my energy barrier. I'm going to power protection to, or I'm going to energy barrier to trigger Nova's ability.
Right. Yeah. All right.
All right. So Ultron.
Hulk's leading the way.
Let's add 3. Who is he attacking first? That would be me. Fine, I'll defend. I'm gonna defend. I don't have any extra defense, so I'm just gonna use my pistols here. So I only defend for 5? Is that right? Yeah, I only defend for 5 here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So likely. Oh, never mind. I blocked it all. So I get to unflappable, which lets me draw a card, and I get to take 2 threat off the main scheme, which seems like overkill.
And I'm dealing him 1 damage, so he's at 24.
Oh, and dealing him 1. Yep, that's right. Because of my. That's the reason I decided to block for electrostatic armor. I figured, why do 4 damage when you can do 1? Is really.
And you were triggering Nova?
I am triggering Nova. That's right. Let me discard energy barrier. I said I was going to do that to do 2 more.
I put him down to 22.
Sweet. Any attack against you. So he has to initiate it. So even if you had blocked for me, I could have triggered Nova there.
Yep.
Is the nice part about Nova. All right. But it is...
No, he's real good. He's actually worth putting that lightning reflex card in with 3 energy tokens. And then just sitting there.
I mean, yeah, if you have no other way to generate lightning, for sure. All right, so What are you going to do for his attack against you? You're just going to eat it? I mean, yeah.
He's going to scheme. He's going to scheme. We're going to flip that scheme. He's going to draw a 3.
No, we're never flipping that scheme. Yeah!
That's amazing.
Yeah! And that's without confusing him once, by the way. I'd like to point out, not one confuse did we have on him, and he still never flipped the first scheme.
It's all hard to ignore.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, hard to ignore is super good. I mean, I have a 3rd one in the deck even, and all right. Oh man, that stinks.
That's a pain.
Oh,
ooh,
that's 3 damage to me. I mean, you have
a block with Angela, so you can use your ability.
Yeah, I was about to say, anybody want to block that for me? All right.
Oh, he's scheming against me. You don't have Black Widow, right?
No! No! All right, so we lost the first scheme. Oh, no, this is actually really not good, potentially. Heals 1 for each drone minion engaged with you, which is 0.
0.
Because it is you who drew that. But he does scheme, so we got rid of the first one. See, spoke too soon. Each player puts the top card of their deck into the deck. Whatever. Face down, drone. You know what I'm trying to say. We're not going to kill him this turn. After placing threat here during step 1, each player must choose either place 2 threat here or put the top deck. Gosh darn it. We got overconfident there. That's what happened. All right, so how much threat on the scheme? None.
0.
So yeah, you're first player.
Nobody schemes, so it's just at 0.
Yep. Gosh darn it.
Oh, my deck. Oh, my deck went, which means I need another card.
Oh, for last turn?
Yep.
Stop drawing cards, man.
Drones are stronger.
Oh no. That's really not. Oh wow. Like this went from easy win to a little bit challenging all of a sudden.
Yeah, I just got so much ridiculous card draw.
Yeah, you got to stop going through your deck, man. Now wait, why did you use draw cards?
Hall of Heroes.
Oh, at the beginning of your turn?
Yep.
Got it.
You right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so you're going to bring it? Oh, is that hero? Yeah, never mind.
Yeah. I'll add that here. Oops.
Yeah, you don't want to get rid of it. So draw 2 more cards.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. There's Angela.
Flip. And I'll bring it to draw 1 card, I guess. I will play Nick Fury.
You get your battery pack back or no? Yeah, right?
Yep.
Oops.
You got it. Sorry.
It's all right.
Draw 3
Oh,
more
no, battery
cards
pack goes
with
on
Nick.
top of your deck, not in your hand. That's right. Oh, but you would have drawn it.
Oh, so that should have been one of my cards. So I think this Flora and Fauna
Yep, just
would not
flip
be
it.
there.
Well, I'm sure you'll be drawing it in a second anyway. Don't even worry about shuffling. Well, all right.
All right. So
I mean, melee would get rid of the 2 drones.
yeah. So I'll play Bring It. And
It's been brought
into
in
fray to play melee with my this, and I'll put 3 on this drone right here.
Oh, okay. Do we want to hold on? Do we
kill
want to
the
get
drone.
rid of that thing
Thing.
that gives all drone minions extra stuff? Do we just want to do that? I actually do have one of each. Let me do it. I'll do it.
Is it not on me to do it?
No, it's fine. I got it. I'll just keep being your lackey. So this is gone. Because it's a hero action, yeah, so I can do it.
So I'll deal 3 to this one. Before
So
you
that's
do
an
that, I'll draw
overkill.
another.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not even going to track Hall of Heroes anymore. Just can't do it. Then I will Rocket Launcher, which will kill all 3 of them.
And it will put another one in play, though.
Yeah.
Oh, there's my Spider Sense. Goodbye, Spider Sense. So you should have 3 more on Hall of Heroes if you care.
Yeah.
I got it for you.
All right. I'll put 2 more battery packs out.
Oh my gosh. So what are you going to put them on? I guess the 2 things that have nothing?
Yep.
I got it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wait, what's this? Oh, that's martial prowess underneath here. We're going to just have to put this here.
Yeah, wherever you gotta put things.
Don't forget you have free resource and a mansion still.
I will kill this drone. And then I'll just hit him for 4.
Oh, I forgot to do 2 to him, so it actually should be 6. Yeah, hit with Hulk, hit with Groot, hit with Nick. I think we might even be able to kill still.
Yeah, alright. I'll hit with Hulk.
Come on, fist. Oh.
Oh, I flipped my whole deck. Hold on.
Here.
No, wait. 1 card.
Yep.
Like that, right?
Yep. Just do it quick.
Flip.
Yay!
Hey!
So that's a fist, so that's 2 extra, so that's 5.
Yep.
Alright.
Yep. Nick hits for 2. Rocket hits for 3. I don't know what he's at now.
Wait, Rocket hits for 3? Oh, he's at 6. Groot's gonna hit for 2, I assume?
Yep.
I mean, I could just kill him with multi-gun and Nova. But you still have stuff to do.
I mean, I'll just be done. Pass to you. I'll reload my weapons, and I mean, he's dead.
Yeah, I mean, he's way dead. Way dead. I have running gun also, by the way. So that's
so all those minions plus the 22 damage.
So hold on.
That's how powerful.
But as a protection deck, just to show off, I mean, I know you did a ton of stuff here. But just to show off a little bit of what Venom could have done here at the end. You had 20 you have so as protection, all exhausted, I could have done 2 damage, run and gunned for another 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 8 damage for a protection deck. It's not
7.
terrible. I mean 9, 10 with combat training.
Yeah, 9.
But even without combat training, I mean that's not terrible for protection. And if I didn't like the way it was going, that could have been 6 thwart or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 thwart. It could have been also, right? So that's
that's the beauty of Venom is that you're blocking, but the moment you want to turn and say I want to deal damage, like he's so versatile. That's why people are liking him.
Yes.
As a solo character, because you just what do you want to do? You can do it.
And
you're not worried
too,
about
right? Yeah, I mean the multi-gun is so freaking good. I mean it's just free, right? Like once it gets out, it just does so much. So 9 down says hero actions
we
can be
toss them into
played
the
outside
abyss?
of your own turn? Question mark? Yes, they can. Any action can be done
Oh, that's
outside of your own turn.
yeah.
What was that?
No, I'm saying that learning that in multiplayer is huge, and people like if you play solo a lot, you don't get used to like, oh, when should we trigger all these actions?
Yeah. So I've zoomed in on us now, so no more picking our noses or anything like that. We're big now.
Nice.
But
So I have one sad part is whenever I beat a villain, I take the villain dial and I flip it upside down, and there's no flip the dial upside down. Can this thing flip?
oh, hold on. You sir are not used to tabletop simulator. We don't just flip the villain here.
Yeah.
We flip everything.
Right.
We flip it all.
Killed us. Rocket's dead.
I mean, it's all dead. It's all dead. Yeah, and then we could go back to where we were.
I did toss him down this hole or whatever into the abyss.
Nice. All right. There you go. So we'll do that, and then we'll flip the table again, just for cleanliness. All right. So yeah, that actually we actually started off on Twitch before we came to YouTube for our live streaming stuff, and we were going to try to port all the videos over. It was just too hard. It was too much. So we stopped doing it that way, but we used to have like little things you could do, like, little emotes or whatever. And one of them was a flip the table emote. And so we would flip the table when we were doing it, just mid game, whenever. I think people had to pay a certain number of points, and you got points like the more you were in chat, like the more points you got. Like Twitch is kind of cool for that kind of stuff. But at the same time, I think it was too much work for us to keep these videos available forever. That was our biggest problem.
Yeah.
And publishers,
Yeah.
when we were doing like Kickstarter previews and stuff, they just wanted those videos up there. And so, to be able to add to the to their Kickstarter page or whatever. And so because of that, we decided to stream straight to YouTube. And honestly, I haven't been sad about it. I'm pretty happy with YouTube's live stream stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. YouTube works great for me. The chat is all right there. There isn't too much on the screen, which Twitch gets a lot of things on the screen. I mean, I totally get Twitch. It's just a different. I think it's not our generation. As part of
Well,
it.
what are you trying to say? We're old? Come on, Brandt. I don't feel old, but even though my body tells me otherwise, I don't feel old. So yeah, I mean, we're 3 cycles in now, right? We're exactly 3 cycles into Marvel Champions. Obviously, the first cycle was the base game and all the heroes post that. And then we had Rise of Red Skull and all the heroes post that. And now Galaxy's Most Wanted, we got all the Guardians out. Obviously, we wouldn't, if we didn't love the game, we wouldn't be streaming every week about it, right? But what is it that keeps bringing you back, I guess? What makes this game so special for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest is the heroes. I think just how the heroes feel different. I mean, you could argue whether the hero feels like what that hero should be. Like, some people just don't feel the theme of the hero. I generally do. I mean, I feel like Rocket murdered minions. I mean, through and through. And Venom just put up pistols and said, "You're not coming through here, right? None shall pass."
Right.
Style. In terms of that. So, I mean, I really feel like the heroes keep me coming back. I will say the game gets stale sometimes and you want new villains because it's like you want a new puzzle to beat. But at the end of the day, I feel like the heroes are more interesting to me than the villains.
What do you do with modulars? Do you randomly put in modulars, or do you typically stick with what they suggest in modular?
No, I definitely switch it up. I thought that was interesting. The designers commented recently, and they were saying how surprised they were that people stuck to the standard modulars, and they thought like a big part of the game was going to be, ooh, this and here, and this and here, and this and here, and like that. The more modulars they could give us, the better. I think it would be really helpful if they gave us some things that they thought were interesting.
Right.
Even if it's like my issue with streaming and wanting to stream, say, a campaign is, would people feel like I beat the campaign if I swapped out the modulars, which kind of written in the book, the codex of the campaign is, this is what you need to play with. But if they went through and made a PDF and said, hey, here's an alternate Galaxy's Most Wanted campaign with other modulars from the core box or whatever, try this one out, then I think people would feel like, oh, cool, we've kind of been given the blessing to do that. I think that would be really helpful.
Well, it sounds like the hood's
One-off
going to do
games.
something unique with modulars. Like, I don't do a lot of spoilers, but I did read that one, and it sounds like he's going to like have multiple modulars in play at a time. So that'll give us a little bit more incentive to play other stuff.
Yeah, and he's got like modulars to switch up the standard set and the expert set, which will be really interesting. So you could almost take a villain and go through like standard, standard 2, expert, expert 2. And I think expert 2 is going to pay off a lot better than heroic.
I was about to say, I'm wondering if standard 2 is going to be harder than expert base game. I'll be curious to see.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Is it standard, expert, standard 2, expert 2 is kind of what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm curious because those standard 2 cards looked harder than expert cards, like the one I saw. Some expert cards for sure. They definitely wanted to add more surge and more draw an extra card because, you know, what we did here was go, okay, well, I know if I block 3 over, I know I'm safe, right? Because there's no drawing extra cards. Well, those standard 2 cards are going to have stars next to them and say, draw an extra boost card. So you never be safe. Right. Which, again, kind of hurts protection a little bit, but it'll be interesting. They also have stuff that gives them overkill and things, I think, in the standard decks, which, again, kind of hurts chumping. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see where it goes.
But it might be more interesting, too, like, if I swap those sets, so, like, if I'm playing Galaxy's Most Wanted, which is kind of notoriously harder, I don't put those sets in. But if I go back and play Rise of Red Skull, which is notoriously pretty easy, I put those sets in.
Now,
so it kind of can even out some of that difficulty. You know?
Are you happy with the fact that Galaxy's Most Wanted was so much harder than anything we'd seen before?
So, it's weird. I think there's a difference between hard and random. For sure.
Yep.
So I think hard is fine. Like, to me, Ultron is hard, and he has random. But as I was saying at the start of the stream, his random is just so perfect because it's like, oh, you don't have this card, but not he's hitting you like a truck. I mean, he can hit you like a truck if you don't deal with drones, but deal with those drones. So as long as you control everything from your end, he's not going to run over you easily.
Well, that's easy to say when you play Rocket.
Is like what you feel with.
When you're playing most other heroes, they're not going to be able to deal with 4 or 5 drones at a time. Depending on the hero, of course. Like Hulk gets super sad.
Yeah, you definitely have to come up with ways. I mean, they added the beat 'em up card, which is a great way to, because most heroes can deal with drones similar to the Venom Shadows problem. Like, you can't deal with Shadows of the Past easily, especially solo turn 1 or 2, but after that it's fine. You can deal with them all coming out. So most people, if you're playing Ultron and you build a deck to kind of deal with those drones, it's not a big deal. When you play expert, you have to be ready for those drones that are 2 health, and have plans, which Nova's perfect, multi-gun's perfect, the rocket launcher's at that point I don't care about overkilling and drawing cards. I just want the rocket launcher to get rid of them all at once, Right. So you just need a plan. That's what I do. I try to think, where do I want to be when I flip him? Sometimes I'll leave him at 1 health so I can set up a turn where everybody's ready to kill all those drones. Or if Ultron's Imperative comes out, I'll leave it for a turn so I can flip him and no new drones come out.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see where they go with the next campaign. How hard it's going to be. Whether they step it back a little bit. I mean, it doesn't seem like it, right? It seems like they're full steam ahead with making the game harder and harder as it goes along. Certainly, they're giving you many more tools to deal with that as well. I think it's going to be hard for anybody to deal with Avengers either. Like, I think Guardians are good, but I don't know that they're as good as the Avengers were, and are. And so it'll be interesting to see like how much more they could step up, whatever's next. To make it so you...
Have you played Star-Lord and Gamora together ever?
I'm sure we have on the stream even, but I don't remember.
So you were talking about how like I'm well known for speed runs, which is not the style I want to play. I mean, you could see there, what did I thin my deck out? 20 something cards. Yeah. Totally different style. But the speed run, I think, for me is that math puzzle. So it's more like the theory craft of is this possible?
Yeah.
And then I put the deck together and I go, oh, it is possible. So Star-Lord and Gamora can go real fast together, especially because of Blaze of Glory.
Yeah.
So if you play Standard, the Guardians are pretty darn good.
Well, no, I'm talking
Like,
about Guardian
it's
allies.
expert-
I'm not talking about the heroes. I think the heroes are great. I'm talking about the
Gotcha.
allies. I'm talking about the
Yeah.
Guardian allies, even though they're all neutral, which is kind of cool. Not all. I guess Yondu's the only one that's not. But Yondu's pretty freaking great if you boost him up. I mean, he's in leadership,
Yeah.
which is exactly where he needs to be to boost him up. That's what makes him so ridiculously good. But the rest of the Guardian allies, they're fine. But I think maybe Groot might be my favorite. Rocket certainly is good in certain scenarios, minion-heavy scenarios. But, I mean, if you look at what the Avengers can do just as a toolkit, I don't feel like the Guardian cards are as good. And I feel like because Star-Lord makes all the Avengers into Guardians, you don't need Guardian allies.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that definitely is a thing. So I'll do this thing where I plug stuff on my channel, but I did a play and I called it Team of Experts.
Yep.
And it's a 50-card Venom leadership deck. And I don't like 50-card decks, but I tried to just throw in the kitchen sink of Guardians. Right. And I also put Beta Ray Bill in there because I wanted to show him off. And then I put in the Guardians heroes. I didn't put in Star-Lord. But I put all the other Guardian allies in, plus Beta Ray Bill. So with Triskelion and Nowhere, you can have 5 out. Yep. And the interesting part with the Guardians is that Nowhere, where you can draw a card. So like they're doing different things than the Avengers. But I think overall it's not as powerful because it's just not as widespread. But what I did is it's all those upgrades. So I put 3 Inspireds, 3 Reinforced Suits, 3 Comlinks, and 3 Laser Blasters. Right. And then I didn't care which ally I got out, and I didn't care which upgrades went on which ally. So it very much reminded me of that Guardians 2 end scene with the tape and the who's here and what's going on. That hilarious chaos of the Guardians, where it was like, here, you take a pistol and you take a... Sorry, I know I'm talking a lot. You take a reinforced... Like, it doesn't matter. Just grab something and get in the fight. Yeah. Like, I don't care if you're Groot, I don't care if you're Rocket, and it's really fun. So every time you play it, there isn't like a goal of like, okay... like chess. If I see this, I know I'm set. It's just, here we go. We're just adding pieces.
Yeah.
It feels like the Guardians. It's kind of just like a kitchen sink.
Absolutely. No, and I do love them, and that's what makes me sad, because I did the same thing, except I used Star-Lord, and Steve pointed out, like, why are you using Star-Lord? You could just, or if you're using Star-Lord, you could just use the Avengers and do literally the same stuff, right? And that's, I guess his ability is the thing that bothers me more than, like, I thought it was a cool concept, and then, you know, you have Star-Lord who can just make anybody into a Guardian, so now you get all the Avengers benefits and all the Guardian benefits. It's like, well, that's dumb. Like, why is that possible to do?
Yeah, and I guess, like, I'm not looking for what's the best possible deck. Like, okay, I can make Avengers leadership with Star-Lord, so now they're Guardians and that. I'm like, oh, well, how would Gamora do this? How would so-and-so do this? Is, you know, kind of interesting to me. But, yeah, it's true. It's probably you can make a slow build Star-Lord, you know, leadership, and that would work better because you can get all the benefits of the Guardians and the allies. Well, and I think... Yeah, I see that. You're still limited.
Yeah, I think you and I are similar that way. Like, I don't like to necessarily build the best decks. And I mean, Terrence and even Steve, when we were talking, are like, why don't you put this in? Why don't you do that? And I'm like, well, because I want to play this. You know, like, I want to play Guardians. And I do it anyway. I mean, you guys see my decks. They're not, you know, even this time, you know, I certainly should have put the stun cards in, because Ultron, when he's stunned, is just way worse, you know, because he's not putting out a million minions. But at the same time, I was just like, you know what? I don't want to do that this time, because I've done that the last 3 times I built protection decks. I want to try something different this time. You know.
Well, and with Venom and Rocket, like, it actually didn't matter. The way you were doing it worked perfect against Ultron, whereas it might not be as good. Because, yeah, you weren't stunning him, but you were blocking for everything. Then the drone comes out, and then we kill the drones.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was an issue. And often when I killed them, I draw a card. So you were just perpetuating my... I mean... you supported me so well that deck just went off with no
Yeah,
problems.
the only thing I wish I had gotten at some point, and maybe I just need more of them in the deck, was Med Team. Because Med Team would have meant I would have never had to flip down. And it just, the way the game happened, it just never came out, my Med Team. But, I like it for healing allies. I like it for healing myself. So...
Yeah, I would note that the Rocket deck, or even with yours, like had we flipped to the second scheme early on, it wouldn't have been an issue because all those Into the Phrase that I have and Rockets, I've got a plan with the number of cards I'm drawing. If I don't get one on one turn, I get it on the next.
Sure.
And I kill a drone and remove 5 threat, and then I thwart twice for 7. Like it's 12 threat with 2 cards.
Yeah, it just... I've played too many times
it's a tricky one,
where...
but you also add drones and they add card draw. So
yeah, for you it's not an issue.
It's annoying.
Especially
you got to track.
Yeah, especially with your rocket where you just blow them all up with one hit anyway, or me with my multi-gun. But I'm just scared from games past, right? Whenever I go to the second stage, it always just like pisses me off that I'm getting like twice as many drones. Ultron's attacking for 1 more damage each time. You know what I mean? It's like because of the timing of when it happens, it's always... it always boosts Ultron. So, if I never get to that second stage on Ultron, I'm perfectly happy. That is the way I prefer to beat him. But I get that this team was specifically good against him, even on that second stage.
Yeah, no, it was impressive. I'll back up to some things you said earlier, so I did a live stream earlier today. I started a series called Touching Other People's Stuff.
Right.
And it's basically community makes decks, and then I play them because I wanted to bring some of that community into my live stream. Like, it's all well and good if I make a deck that I think is very good and I show it off to people, and I think there's benefit there. But I know a lot of people play on Standard, and so I wanted to be able to show Standard. So I'm taking people's decks that they make, and I'm playing them against villains that somebody on the Facebook page, David Sutcliffe, he put together villains with interesting modulars. Like, he did Zola, but he took all of Zola's minions out and added the Badoons in.
Oh, okay.
So you have the Badoons being experimented on instead. And so I'm just doing stuff like that where other people are creating things and I'm showing them off from the community in there. So when you're talking about modulars, that's what I've been doing to try to change some of that up. I'm not really into the custom content. I think that's fine, and I get where people are there. I don't want to print all the stuff out and everything. And I'd rather have things that were kind of created by the designers, but I mean, more power to people for doing that. Yep. So I've been doing that for the modulars, and I'm going to try to do that like on Fridays-ish. If people give me decks, then I play them and see how they go. And I mean, there was changes I would make, but it just gives me a chance to play decks in the way people, would want them. I'm not playing them on expert because I could sit there and pilot the deck 3 times till I figure out what that person was thinking, right. But that's not the best for a stream. Like, let me lose and then go, oh, I think I figured out. So I play it on Standard. It's more likely I'm going to win, but it also shows that off to people. So I'm using other people's decks, other people's villains, and then, kind of playing that way. So just a way to try to engage with the community.
It's interesting because I've been thinking about this a lot lately because a lot of my friends don't like the game as much as I do. And a lot of it is they don't like the grind. Right? Like, we didn't mind grinding that game out and getting to the point where we were so powerful that we just blew everything away eventually. Some people don't like that, though. And a lot of the people I play with normally, that I game with normally, don't like that part of the game. So I'm wondering if when I play with people who don't play as much as we do, if I shouldn't just back down to Standard and let them feel ultra powerful early on and let them just blow stuff away, right? Either make them a deck or kind of guide them in making their own deck or whatever. I mean, that's what I'm doing with my kids right now is I'm making decks for them and I'm letting them play solo actually against Standard. And I'll just sit there and kind of, guide them or help them with the rules part of it while they just play. And I guide them through and teach them solo. And they're enjoying the game more that way because, again, the downtime for multiple players is harder for new players, I think. And so maybe even if I've got 2 people over to play, I step back, let them play duo, because I do think 2-player is probably the best player count for the game, and let them play on Standard and give them, decent decks. Like, hey, what do you want to play? All right, here's a deck for you, and I'll just put it together real quick. So I'm thinking about more how to teach the game and how to introduce new people. And it kind of depends what they're looking for, but people aren't going to know their first time. And I think, when we all played it the first time, we played that Rhino game, and it's super quick, right? 30 minutes, 45 minutes with 2 people, and it's great. And I think that's probably the best way to introduce people, because that's the one thing I've had a hard time with, is if I'm playing with somebody who hasn't played before, and then we play one of these super long scenarios, I think it actually decreases the enjoyment people have with the game.
I think you're 100% right. I'd rather have somebody say like, oh, that was short, I'd like to play again, than like, is this over yet?
Yeah.
So my wife did a stream with me, and she's okay with the game. She loves games. So she'll stream. But, she was okay with it. So she just pick something fun. Like, she's like, I'll play Black Widow, and what should we play? It's like Kang. And we played on standard. And Black Widow, just not only are the cards, there's a lot of cards to get out, they're just hard to understand how they trigger. And Kang is a 3-stage fight.
Yep. See, I love Kang, so I introduced it.
But it was an hour and 15 minutes, and that was just too long to make it be like, oh, I really enjoy this game.
Well, and Widow going into that final stage of Kang, I always forget you get your arch nemesis. That's killed me twice on stream, going in, because I'm like, oh, I'll just flip. It's fine. Going in, everything's dead. I'll flip. I got 57, attach or preps in front of me, and then I was like, oh yeah, I got to put out my nemesis, and they get +1 thwart for every prep. He schemed for 20, and nothing I could do, right? Whereas if I had stayed face up, I would stun, obviously, because you get the stun prep when a minion comes in play, and then it's not a problem. But I always flip for some reason. That is a mistake I will never make again against Kang, though. I've done it twice on stream. Never again.
Yeah, no, I think people playing on standard, and if you really want to show people a good time, if you go to Marvel CDB, you can look up my Star-Lord deck. It's Showtime, a-holes, and you can play that deck, and they will feel super powerful. You can kill most standard villains in 2 turns.
Yeah, Star-Lord has some pretty cool stuff. If he doesn't have to, if it's not expert and you don't have to deal with the consequences, Star-Lord can be a lot of fun for sure.
Yeah. So the other thing you mentioned was the Thanos box and the difficulty. So somebody asked me about that when I was streaming this morning. My prediction is that the Thanos difficulty is actually going to go back down to the Rise of Red Skull difficulty. And then I think it's going to be interesting to really see what people think, because you're going to have people who are like, okay, the game is back where it was. It's, it's not so hard in terms of all those things. But then I think you're going to have people who are going to be really annoyed that Ronin is harder than Thanos.
Well, sure.
And feel like that's super unthematic. So it feels a little bit like a strange situation, like whichever way it goes, because I think Thanos will feel like Thanos. Like, it'll be this big epic battle. It'll probably be longer, like an Ultron style battle that's long but not vicious.
Right.
That's the thing with Ronin. It's really not a long battle. It's just, can you kill him before he kills you?
Well, I mean, the thing with Ronin is he starts with 27 cards in play, right? It's really just dealing. I mean, Kang has the same thing where you have to draw 2 extra cards, or not Kang. Mutagen is the same thing.
Oh, mutagen, yeah.
Where you're starting with 2 cards, and then when you flip, you start with 3 cards. And if you saw Terrence and I the other day, we both decked right when we flipped them. And, of course, we had to draw a card, so we'd have 5 cards sitting in front of us. Thank goodness we weren't Star-Lord. That would have been 7 or 8 cards. That would have been ridiculous.
Right. Well, then you'd have the boots to block 8 damage.
Well, that's true. Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what's going on. All right, so we got a couple more chats, and then we'll probably call it a night. 9 Down says, I had to take a leave and missed the answer, but I got to learn the whens for that. Like hero action, thwart, can be played outside of your turn or just as a hero. So basically, anything that says action, you could do outside of your turn. So if it says hero action thwart, you can do it. But thwarting with your hero, you cannot do. You can't exhaust your hero. You can't exhaust allies. You can't exhaust anything. Literally, the only thing you can do outside your turn is play anything that says action, and I think there's resource, right?
Yeah, some of the resources you could use.
Like
right.
helicarrier.
And then action, like helicarrier, yeah.
Well, those are actions, though, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I thought there were
Yeah, I think you're right. You can use resources other time. I think you can even use a resource on the villain's turn. Like
yes.
if I want to use my Quinn carrier to pay for an ability.
Yes. Yeah, there are cards that say resource, and those can be used out of turn as well. So if they say resource, if they say action, those are really the only cards. Now, Terrence and I had a big debate about this. I don't know why they did that. I don't know why they didn't make it more simultaneous, where you could play 2 cards, then I play 3 cards. It would change the difficulty a little bit, but I think it would be worth it to keep people from having a lot of downtime between their turns, especially in higher player count games. I actually think I wish it was more open as far as when you could do stuff, not less open.
Yeah, I wonder if it's that whole like alpha gamer that they wanted to remove. Like, it is my turn, so I am doing my things, and you don't get a chance to do things and tell me like, wait, let me swing for 2, and then let them swing for 1, and then maybe they're trying to remove that because I know that's an issue for some people. I imagine being the co-op channel that's something you have to figure out. I don't have it very much with people that I play with. Oftentimes it's just, here's a suggestion, and then people are like, yeah, I don't want to take your suggestion. You know what I mean? And it's fine.
I mean,
just move on.
I find that if you literally do the exact opposite of everything they tell you, people stop telling you to do stuff. Even if it's the wrong play, even if it's what you were going to do anyway. Like, at some point, people just stop telling you what to do because it's like, all right.
The passive-aggressive action.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. It's fine. It's fine. Oh no, we lost the game. Whatever am I going to do? Right? Like, who cares?
And I love the game at 3 and 4 players. I think it's best at 3 and 4 players, but there's no way I would introduce it to 3 and 4 players. But when you get a group, so again, on our channel, you could see the 4 of us. So it's Steve is on our channel with Larry is the guy that I stream with a lot from the store. Myself, and then Brian is another friend that we have in Canada. And the 4 of us, we tried to do a Guardians. We did the 4 Guardians at the time, running through the standard campaign. And we were on Zoom and had 4 things. And we were playing games in an hour 15, hour 20, hour 30. So, I mean, that's a longer game, but it's not the 4 hours that people say. Again, it was standard difficulty. And whatnot, but the games were all, well, yeah. I don't even think they were.
Yeah, so 4 players, I would say standard is probably better just so you can beat it in a reasonable amount of time. But as you can see, our streams go 2 hours pretty regularly. Now, people say it's TTS. Right. I think it's me. I get easily distracted. I talk to people in the chat. Like it's just a very different thing when we're streaming. I mean, I can play.
Yes.
I can play certainly by myself in 30 minutes, solo, no problem. But all my streams are always at least an hour, even when I go solo. And I get more distracted, and because you're talking to people and looking at the chat and doing other things, I definitely miss things. That's why I always say, like, don't hold us responsible if we miss a couple things here or there. Like, it's going to be what it is here. If you want to see great plays that are like edited and all that stuff, there are plenty of channels that do that. That's we're in here for the fun. And you guys didn't get a boom 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 today. That's because I wasn't doing the damage.
Yeah.
It all came from Brandt today, but that's okay. I like playing both roles.
Yeah. No, it's such a fun deck. I think Steve said it when he was on with you, but he's like, when Brandt really just needs to kick back and have a good time, it's here, take Rocket Raccoon Aggression. And it's just, and I just love drawing cards. I think it's the best part of a card game. So that's why Captain Marvel's my other favorite. She just draws so many cards. It's just, anytime there's an ability that says you can do this unlimitedly,
right.
I just want to do that unlimitedly, and that's what this deck does.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I never thought I would be this way, but my favorite heroes tend to do stuff not on their turn. It seems like Widow.
Oh, Black Widow, Protection,
Widow and Venom, and especially Protection, Venom. And I really like Aggression Venom as well. I just like doing. I'm not usually the one that's doing 9-10 damage and then readying everything up and doing it again. But I do like that. That makes me smile when I can do that.
So do you enjoy Drax? I know you did an initial play of Drax. Have you played him
I
otherwise?
do enjoy Drax. I haven't played much with Drax since then. I certainly did. We played a green game, so it was Drax and She-Hulk. I can't even remember which one I played. It was Drax and She-Hulk. I think I did She-Hulk because I tend to do. I don't mind. I actually like She-Hulk Justice. A lot of people don't,
Sure.
but I have fun with her.
No, her lawyer side has some amazing justice abilities.
Absolutely, and she's the only one that can
really
prevent threat while on her lawyer side.
Yeah, and she's got the card that's in play. And she's got the one where you can discard cards to remove threats, so she can really do a lot. She can play alter ego. You know that whole alter ego thing where you never flip?
Yeah. I mean, that? I haven't seen people do it, but I mean, I saw Terrence do it on our stream. He did.
Oh, that's right. He did with Black Panther. That's right.
Like leadership, and it was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, being able to draw extra upgrades, and I mean, he never played an upgrade. He never played a Wakanda Forever. He just used all the extra resources, and there's a card that on alter ego lets you draw a card. Or what was that?
Golden City.
Yeah, Golden City. I mean, he just went to town and never flipped. Never bothered.
Yeah, Captain Marvel does it too because she automatically draws a card every turn.
Yep.
And then Black Widow can do it because if she plays a prep, she can draw a card, which is a weird thing because you play your preps to thin your deck to draw a card, but then you just keep all your preps off to the side, so now your deck gets really thin and you're just playing your leadership cards and not your Black Widow cards.
I mean, leadership can certainly do it. I don't think anything else could do it, though, right? I can't imagine. Because...
Well, She-Hulk Justice can do it.
Where are you getting your damage? I guess from the Justice Heroes?
Yeah, it's slower for sure.
It's got to be slow though. And that's got to be slow.
Your first aid, so you're getting Daredevil out, and then you're first aiding him.
Got it. Yeah, I mean leadership can do it pretty fast.
Weird. It's one of those things for people who want an eclectic deck. You know what I mean? For people who just want to try to shake it up, and it's like an achievement. Can I do this?
Yeah, no, I mean that's one of the greatest part about the games is you can play it so many different ways. Like I was saying, you could do speed runs the way you do. You could play the hardest crap ever, which is what we tend to do. I think we're probably the only channel that does Kree Fanatic pretty regularly.
Yeah.
Well, because it's a print and play, right? And the cards don't match. Even if you do get them printed somewhere nice, like they don't match your other cards, so it's hard to even add them to your deck. You know, it's hard to play against normally, unless you got everything sleeved, I guess. But even then... Like, I don't know. It's one of those things where I wish that they would actually print it because it's a fun modular to play against, but it's certainly not for the faint of heart. That is for sure.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll have it at... Oh, they're not going to be at Gen Con. So that
they're not going to be...
Because I think it was supposed to be for Gen Con 20-something. 2020. That was the original intent. And then since there was no Gen Con, they made it print and play. So then I thought, oh, they'll have it this year, but Asmodee announced they're not going to be at Gen Con, which almost everybody else is.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people ran, just Asmodee, which is, a quarter of the... Do you usually go to Gen Con?
Yes. I've gone for 3 of the last 4. I mean, not including 2020, of course. I think it was like 3 of the last 4 or something like that. Honestly, I prefer Origins, and PAX U is right around the corner from me, so I definitely have done that every year. I prefer...
Yeah, I can't do Origins because in New England, school is still going on. We go till the 3rd week of June.
Well, Origins for me is always birthday week. I say birthday week because it's my wife's birthday, my mom's birthday, and my daughter's birthday are all within 7 days of each other. So it's always that week. But sometimes I can make it happen. I prefer to do Origins. Just gets a little smaller, a little quainter. You don't have to wait for food. You don't waste a lot of time. I feel like Gen Con, you waste a lot of time waiting for stuff. I feel Origins, you just go, you play, you see new stuff. And especially this year because it's a week or two after Gen Con, I'm definitely doing Origins this year.
Got it.
I'll also do PAX this year. Are you doing anything this year?
Gen Con and PAX. So I'll see you at PAX. Cool. That'll probably be the chance for us to meet.
Yeah, we'll have to meet.
Yeah, PAX is my favorite one because that's the only one my wife comes to.
Oh, cool.
And that is just super enjoyable for me to have her. And then we don't tend to play in the hall. Like we'll get an Airbnb and then go back and play some of our games, there. We'll play in the hall during the day, but then well, you know how it is when there's no food and things shut down. Yeah. It's a little weird at that one, but we just found that we're happy to go back and kind of throw on some more comfortable clothes and hang out and just play games with like 4 of us that are there because we go from our store. So
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
I always enjoy that because I get homesick. I'm not good at being away from home. I can make it like 3 days, and then like the 4th, 5th day of Gen Con, I just beg everyone, like, can we just go? I'm just ready to go.
I'm hoping to get my family up there for 1 day this year, because it's Philly. It's like 2.5 hours maybe from me. So
I'm like 3.5 from Philly, so little.
Yeah,
further.
I'm hoping that they'll drive up for the day, but at some point I want to get my whole family out to Gen Con, because that I do think would be cool for them to just kind of experience the grandeur that is Gen Con, right? I think that would make it all worthwhile. Like, even the extra lines, the extra whatever, just to see that much gaming in one spot, I think will make them fall in love with it even more than, playing with dad at home.
Yeah, no, it is neat, and I've been able to work at booths for a lot of years, like Dice Tower and Capstone and a few others, and like it's neat to be in there Wednesday when everybody's just like running around, but also saying hi because you're seeing everybody kind of.
Yeah.
And then like there's no AC on and there's not rugs and the lights are low,
Right.
and then all of a sudden like you get there and you're exhausted like Thursday morning, but you're like so running on adrenaline with coffee and whatever, and the lights come on and the carpet and the AC, and it just feels like this, oh my gosh, it's like you just flipped a switch and you're just so excited. And then there's that annoying chaos of everyone running in and fighting, which I don't like, but whatever. Like, it's just how it's gonna be.
Yeah, and I do.
There's not like fighting. I shouldn't say that. There's running, but there's
No, I've never seen a fight there. But Origins, part of the reason I like Origins also is because as a game designer, for me, it feels like a better convention to pitch games. I've never signed anything at Gen Con. And Origins, I feel like it's much easier to get time with publishers.
Yeah.
So that's another reason Origins is one of my favorites. So,
nice.
Cool. Well, we got one more. 9 Down says, and yes, the standard Rhino starting, making your own deck when you don't know what kind of, or when you don't know what it is kind of intimidating. Yeah, and that's why I think making a couple fun decks and having them set up and ready to go, if you know you're playing with new people, is always a good idea. And I just ask people, who's your favorite superhero? And do you want to punch them? Do you want to stop them from, getting scheme, or do you want to, play defensive, or you just want to have a bunch of allies? I kind of, figure out what they're in the mood for, and kind of lead them down one of those paths.
Yeah, events and allies work so well. You don't really have to worry about tricky upgrades, and you don't want people to have a board like I had at the end of that game.
No,
it's just too much.
Although
it was too much for me.
Yeah, I think leadership.
I was like, forget it. I did enough damage. He's dead. I don't want to trigger all these things.
Right. Well, and part of it is the tabletop simulator interface when you're learning it makes it harder too.
I don't want to teach anybody on this. No offense.
No, and I actually, it's funny because I actually find kids, like my son, enjoys playing on TTS more than he enjoys playing live. I think it's just they're so used to playing video games and stuff, man. It's like so easy for them to do, and it feels more like a video game for them. So, you got to find what works, right? You got to figure out how to bring people in the hobby that will enjoy doing stuff that you want to do, but you got to make sure it's more fun for them than it is for you, for sure.
Yeah.
And
I'd be excited to do that 4-player Extra Life charity game. That would be really fun.
Yes.
Or marathon, whatever we want to do. I'm totally down. I mean, it's not my favorite way to play the game, but like you said, it's great to be able to play with other people. So I love that. Like being able to play with people that I couldn't otherwise using TTS. So
yeah, no, that's definitely the best part of it. And it is what it is. Like, the interface could be better, but it's not bad, all things considered.
No, I got used to it. I mean, you ran me through it earlier in the week, and then I played around with it, and you saw me. I was manipulating enough things. There were a couple things. How do I search? How do I draw X number of cards? That was tricky for me, but it was fine.
So Wasteland Sniper says he actually likes Hulk for new people. You just tell them Hulk smash, and it's easy for them to get. And especially if you play with them and play a protection deck with a med team to make sure they don't get stunned. Like, if you can protect for them and make sure they don't get stunned, I think that would be even a better experience.
I'll give that shout out to Steve on his channel, Beat the Game, because he is now he's kind of thinking, people are somewhat coming out of COVID. They might be going back and playing with other people. So he's doing decks like to play in multiplayer almost to help. Like, oh, here's how I could, like an assist deck, like you were playing.
Yeah.
I'm going to play the assist to you. So here's a, protection deck where I'm going to block and I'm going to heal all your stuff. And he's got a leadership deck with welcome aboard where I'm going to play this so that your allies are too cheaper. So you can get a bunch of allies out early. And I think one of them's Black Panther, where like, I'm just going to block everything for you and just give you card draws,
Yeah.
So make other people feel like not even just the hero, but like the superhero. And I think that's a great way to do it. Like, you be the assist person and have fun doing that. Let them do all the damage and thwarting and big fancy things,
Oh, Steve came in. Steve Beat the Game says,
Hey!
you mentioned me. Yes, we've mentioned you quite a few times. You obviously weren't here earlier, Steve. And actually, you were mentioned in the chat as well. So, yeah, Steve, you got a lot of love tonight.
You brought intensity to us.
Cool. All right. Well, with all that being said, it was a super fun game. Glad we got a chance to play it. Glad we got a chance to show it off. I love experiencing people playing the game that they love to play. You know what I mean? And showing off what they love to show off. It makes it a lot more fun. I think what I'm going to do now that we got a little bit of a lull till the next one comes out, I think I want to go back to some of these unloved heroes that don't get a lot of plays. Like, I don't know the last time I saw a Scarlet Witch play. People like that, that you got passed off. Even Wasp, it's like, Ant-Man was such a big deal, and then Wasp kind of went under the radar. So I think I want to go back to some of these heroes that didn't get as much love and play them a little bit more until the new stuff comes out.
Yeah, I like trying to take the new cards and see how they fit. So like Ever Vigilant with Thor is amazing. Those aerial cards were really fun. We did a game where it was like one person was using Iron Man aggression and using dive bomb, and the other person was doing Captain Marvel leadership and playing aerial supremacy, like figuring out what cards can I use. Wasp, assess the situation. She's the best person for that card.
Yeah.
In the game. So like you find those I like to put together a card with a certain hero.
And then build a
see
deck.
What I can build there.
Yeah. And you can do that. I mean, that's the thing about Marvel Champions. Deck building's not hard because you have 15 cards already. So really, you're building a 25 card deck. And if you're using triplicates of stuff, then it's even easier to do. So a couple more things. Steve says he just tuned in and he heard you talking about him, so his ears were buzzing. And then he says he's going to look at it tomorrow. 9 Down says, thanks for the stream tonight. And Miss Marvel 2. So there you go. Miss Marvel, another good one for new players because you just play cards, right? You don't have to worry about building the board, any of that stuff. You just do things.
Yeah. Yeah, she can build a board for Alter Ego. She likes to flip, but it's not too bad if you just throw some events in and let them play them twice.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I don't worry about people playing optimally. Like, might explain their second game. I might say, oh, well, you could do this and it would be more optimal. Or maybe their third or fourth turn. But the first turns, I just let them play cards.
Yeah, man. I agree.
Well, we just block for you so you don't die. Like
my daughter loves playing Miss Marvel, and she doesn't care about anything except for getting lightning resources on that, one card and hitting for 10 damage at a time. Like, everything else is irrelevant.
Miss Marvel is the double play the card twice.
Not Miss Marvel, yeah. I meant Captain Marvel. Yeah.
Yeah.
She loves Captain Marvel, and it's just like, all right, all lightning all the time. Let's just hit stuff hard.
Totally, yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks again, Brandt. So step into the portal, check him out, and yeah, thanks for playing with us. And I'm sure we'll play again. There'll be other times where Terrence won't be able to make it. So I got you on speed dial. I got Steve on speed dial. So we'll definitely get some more games in for sure. And then I look forward to playing live at PAX U later this year.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Cool. All right.
Awesome.
Night, everybody.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.